So on last week's episode of Over the Show, I mean, talking shit with McMasher, which Jarek, great call out. We did not do a pizza story at the beginning.
You didn't. You guys
No,
just nerds in like analytics.
Well, now that home, well, we didn't do analytics. We did not do analytics. We stopped doing analytics.
I don't know. You guys looked like you were about to talk about analytics,
No, we did
and
not
I just went back to live.
No, we.
I don't know. From the beginning, you guys said the word analytics.
No. Why did
wow,
it?
You were super late on that.
No, it took me back to the home screen. It said that whatever, dude, that was baloney. And then I got distracted by your like changing of. We did not talk. Not that it even matters, but like I'm gonna say this: our analytic episodes killed that show. That we used to get like 200 and something views, and then as those episodes went on, when we chibber jabbered about analytics, the views slowly dropped off on the show. And then we took a 5-month hiatus, which does not help.
Again, I saw what you guys were doing. It was interesting, but like, yeah, at some point you guys were just talking numbers.
And no one liked it. No one liked it. It did not pan out. It did not pan out. Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
It did not pan out.
Yeah, that was funny.
That is funny to bring up.
But it's cool. I don't know. It was interesting.
My point of what happened on this past week's episode, for some reason, chat's not working on my YouTube tonight again. Remember when that happened a few weeks ago?
What's up, Sadu?
I do.
What the fuck is? Oh,
last week's episode.
I fucking turned off my camera to, hit the vape. And then fucking McMash, like a fucking moron, doesn't realize that my camera's off to the live feed, but he could still see me. So he starts chirping about, dude, he's so stupid. I don't know. I thought that was funny. But yeah. All right, Over the Show, episode 102. I don't have a funny reference for 102, movie-wise. 102 Dalmatians. I guess that might have been the sequel.
I said no Dalmatians this week.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though so it's like 90210, but it doesn't really work.
But I see so few Dalmatians in real life.
Yeah, same here.
Like I've only ever hung out with one.
Yeah.
And like you see them like every couple of years, I guess. They're not like really out in the Bay. Maybe I'm wrong. They're really not where I'm at.
Yeah, I would agree, Nick D. I would fucking agree with you 100%. Over Show 102, Tubi, Nick D, live from New York City, Jarvis Jerry.
Beep boop bop wheel. There's after the popularity of the Disney film 101 Dalmatians, many families adopted Dalmatians without being prepared for their high energy levels. Many of these dogs were later abandoned, leading to 90% decrease in AKC registrations between 2000 and 2010. Some say they're also difficult dogs, skin problems. Long-haired Dalmatians are rare. Okay.
Never seen
so it seems like they're just
that was a
very... Seems like they're very energetic, and that is families may not be ready for that, and that's why we don't see them so much anymore.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I like how we're still talking about the Dalmatian thing.
Yeah, we didn't move on.
No, not one bit.
Was that last week?
That was last week's 101.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna dive right into it, huh?
Yeah.
Because I do want to get to this 90+ cuisine. So let's get through this movie stuff.
Yeah, let's get through all the bullshit.
And get to the heart of this episode tonight.
I'm hungry too, so I'm gonna have opinions.
Okay, so Nick D, I'm assuming this is you. I have not watched the final episode, and I've watched. I was super sick this past week and didn't get a chance. So do me a spoiler-free reviewy.
Yeah, like I'll just say it's definitely. You've only got one more. I'd say it's worth finishing.
Oh,
like, don't be like me with She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Like I got to the last episode and just like stopped. Like I think it's worth finishing. I do think I could be wrong because again, I watched the last two, or maybe even one sesh, and so I think like for me, like the coolest moment of the show, or not, I don't know if the coolest, but just the heaviest hitting happened in the second to last episode. But Eight's good. Eight's great.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I would just say like for me, like we all, it's no secret I loved that movie like triple S, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. I would say this is like a solid like 8. Like this is like really fucking good. But it's not, like it's not the Batman movie. But
I
having
gotta
said that,
finish it.
he's great.
I gotta
Yeah.
finish it before I'm gonna say anything on that.
Yeah.
At all. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a
Did
fantastic
did
show,
PK
but
finish?
I think so. Yeah, I think Beaks is finished. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Maybe we get him to chime in as well.
Yeah. We're gonna
Sidhu, did you watch it?
Yeah, Sidhu watched. Sidhu, I think Sidhu's
He
caught up.
said 8 is the best of the season. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 9 episodes altogether, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm right there.
Oh wow, Justin, do see 2.
Justin's the whole reason
Hey,
I
Trainer
even
Stavin.
watched it. Oh, Trainer Stavin. Yeah, what's up, dog? Wait,
2 Dalmatians said it.
Trainer Tavern, you should stay because there's some Pokemon talk that's gonna happen later in the show. Do you all like cartoons? What the fuck kind of question is that, Ryan? God damn it.
I do like cartoons.
Yeah, I like cartoons.
I've been watching Bob's Burgers a bunch lately.
I love cartoons. I love Smiling Friends.
Do
That was probably the
y'all
last
like
one.
cartoons. Yeah, we like cartoons.
I mean, I don't know how much of a sure Smiling Friends is animated, but like no cartoon, pal. You're not popping that on for kids and like saying bye, have fun.
I don't know if I equate cartoon with for kids, but I hear what you're saying.
I don't
To
anymore,
me,
Jared.
cartoon. To me, cartoon
Also-
is just animation.
Because the stuff that Alessandra is into is maybe when she gets a little bit older, but the cartoons that she's watching right now are so not even anything. I feel like there's like
Yeah,
three.
they're like-
I think there's 3 tiers to cartoons. There's like these weird, made for like 5 and
Baby,
below,
educational.
like,
Yeah.
but not even
That's
educate. Like she watches.
sensory. It's like sensory shows of just like it's bright colors,
Yeah.
flashing, it's loud,
Where's
and like
the-
again, it's
yeah.
like
with songs
you
and
know,
stuff.
like
Yeah,
like Blues Clues. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Very,
Blues
again,
Clues,
like,
and then it's like then there's
lot
like
to focus on.
then there's the like Spider-Man cartoons or like stuff like
Like
that.
Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah. Like
Okay.
Recess.
and then hold on, Nick D. And then there's like the adult cartoon / anime genres.
So let me ask you this: semantic.
Yeah.
Would you? What? Oh my God! I don't even remember what that MTV claymation deathmatch show. Is that a cartoon? Are we calling that a cartoon?
Stop
Does
frame
cartoon
animation?
have to be drawn?
I think
like,
stop frame animation. I think I have to think
it's closer to a movie or a show.
It's its own separate. It's because
Oh, okay.
I would agree, Nick D.
Yeah.
It's definitely pulling aspects of drawing and things, and it's also if you're doing it like South Park. We're going. Wow, Ryan, you really just started a whole thing now. After I just said we wanted to get to cuisine tonight. All right, but like, like goddamn, like I feel like Nick, like it's so hard to explain this, but like stop frame, you're doing so much other stuff, but like now too, you could be doing stop like a style of stop frame on the computer, and then at that point, then what is that? Versus like when we were doing stop frame, you were doing it like you had to have a camera and you were like doing it right there.
That's a really good point.
So then there's like
That's a really
2
good-
versions of stop frame where it's like practical stop frame versus like digital stop frame, and then I don't know. So I really like stop frame. I think stop frame's its own separate claymation. You know, like because like think about it, you only have a few claymations. You got Celebrity Deathmatch, and then the other obviously big one, the best one is Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
And then you had Moral Oral.
Yeah. Moral. There was that
crazy.
one on.
That one was crazy.
I loved that show. That show was. There was that one on Nick with the action figures.
Yeah.
Blammo. What was that show called?
Kablam or yeah.
Kablam.
Yeah, there was that
I
one.
I think that was. Oh
No,
yeah.
that was a- no, that was- it was a
larger show.
It was a part
No,
of
that was the larger one. Kablam was the big show, and then here because I have it pulled up.
didn't it start off on like on the Stickly shit, and then it became its own thing or something like that.
They're part of some of them,
And so,
but there was Sniz and
Stickly, that's a puppet
Fondue.
show, right?
Stickly, he was never a
was-
show. He was just a in between. He was a host.
Yeah.
Action League now.
and then
Here.
the Action League
Action League,
now.
yeah. Oh, Prometheus and Bob
Yeah.
or something. What was the alien and the caveman?
Yeah, here, let me just pop it up.
But yes, I feel like that's its own separate
No, 1A.
thing, entity. Yeah. Wait, was Kablam? Okay, Kablam was the larger show, and then Action Now was the fucking and stop frame. I got you,
Action
Jerry.
League now.
Action League now, yeah.
Prometheus
And
Bob.
checking in with chat here. I haven't seen Gravity Falls, but I've seen clips and it looks hilarious. Same thing with Gumball. Like I've never watched an episode of Gumball, but I've seen like memes and references, and I'm like, this show looks funny. Have you ever seen? Do you guys remember the Misadventures of Flapjack? That cartoon?
Yeah.
Of what?
A Flapjack?
The Misadventures of Flapjack. That show was hilarious. Weird. I feel like it was like, let's do SpongeBob, but let's make SpongeBob like unhinged. And it was like cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Which
it's
is
the
like
same guy who
Adventure
does
Time.
Gumball, maybe.
Wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't
Or
doubt it.
Gumball, yeah.
Creator. Oh, he did Gravity Falls, or at least
Okay.
worked on it.
Okay.
Let's see.
Like apparently Gravity Falls is doing like a geo, maybe it's already a geo puzzle chaser thing where they're giving up coordinates and like things are happening. People go find them.
Oh, he was an
Stuff.
actor. I see. Say that again. I was reading. I can't listen and read. That's a flaw of mine.
That Gravity Falls, like the show ended, and now they're doing like some big like geo puzzle where they're dropping like coordinates. People go find like there's like maybe there's a season. It might have ended. Like someone told me about it. Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah. Yeah, cartoon's cool. I don't know how we got on this debate. Thank you, Ryan, for asking us that. Back to Penguin. Nick D.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
We'll do. You know what? We'll do a fucking full. Or Jared, do you have any plans on watching it at all?
No.
Okay, so we'll do a full review, a spoiler review next week. That's what we'll do.
I'm going to spoil one thing right now, which I do think it's like this is one thing that almost makes it from like not being. I think I would have given it a 9 if they would have at least done this, and it goes right back to the fucking hand coming out of the ocean in the Marvel movie. From what we know of the Penguin, what does the Penguin do all the fucking time? He talks shit, and not once in this show does he bring up to anyone. There's this caped dickhead following me around.
Okay, okay.
Like,
if they did,
they never.
I didn't
like,
want to
he
say
never
this.
even because that like just happened.
I was hoping
in,
in
that world,
episode 9 there was going to
once,
be something, but now that you're saying
but
that, that's actually why
let me
my
just-
review is going to be really bad of the show. Is
and
because
again, that made it from an 8 to a 9, from a 9 to an 8. I'm just gonna put that out there right now.
Let's wait till next week. Let's wait till next week.
Yeah,
I want to watch
Yeah,
the full
yeah,
episode, the last episode, before I say it sucks.
Yeah. I haven't seen this movie in like
Did
what,
a
20
whole
years.
Sandler thing, so they're all grouped together.
I was like, Sandler movies are chilling when you're sick.
Yeah.
They're
It's
We
like
watched this
comfort food.
movie
Yeah.
with our like cousins. You remember we watched it with Justin and Robert back in the day? They like came
Oh, I
by.
didn't remember that, but I remember that now. I didn't remember.
Yeah, we watched this with them.
I'd seen like bits and pieces of this, but never had ever committed to like watching this from beginning to end. And I swear this is my first time actually watching it from beginning to end. And it was better than I thought. It's definitely dated with just a lot of different things about it.
Yeah.
The
I forgot Courtney Cox is in the beginning as his wife and stuff.
Yeah, for that scene right there.
I didn't know that.
Girlfriend, whatever.
Yeah. She's just in the opening.
Friends was on when this came out,
No,
right?
this is
so
way
we would
past.
Oh, this is past Friends.
Yeah, this is past. Wait,
The year past it.
a year past. Wow. I thought for some reason she looks like she's way whatever. It was all right. It's all right. It's a C plus. It's definitely
No Little Giant.
It's not like it's towards probably the mid towards bottom of the Adam Sandler verse.
Sandlerverse.
Yeah, him and Chris Rock are always great together, but like Chris Rock's character and like what they end up doing to him was just so stupid. Stone Cold Steve Austin, very intense in this movie.
I didn't.
It has a whole scene with him dropping a heavy N bomb. That was super awkward. Yeah, dude.
I don't remember
It
that.
definitely does not.
Really?
Yeah, yes. To Nelly. To Nelly. It's another one where like you watch it and you're like, wow, some of these movies back in that time period.
The 90s were wild, yeah.
2005.
2000, yeah.
2005. Yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin walks
shit
up
was
to him
edgy in 2005 too. Yeah, shit was.
and says it multiple times, Nick D. Multiple times. It is a
In an Adam Sandler movie.
yeah.
And is it PG-13? Is this an R-rated movie?
It has to be R.
I mean, that probably alone.
Yeah,
Got
like
it
that's
there.
what I just never in a million years. Well, I mean, maybe like Uncut Gems.
PG-13.
No way.
PG-13. PG.
2005.
Wild. I mean, I don't know if this is they got away with shit because it's based off the original. So they were like, oh, because it is a more serious. It's a weirdly more serious Adam Sandler movie versus like there is comedy
A
in
white
it.
prison guard calls a black inmate the N-word.
It's Stone Cold Steve Austin in the prison mate.
Is he the
no,
bad guy of the movie?
Kinda, yeah.
56 shit. Yeah, it's
Okay.
guards versus prisoners. Bullshit. Yeah.
Dude, no joke. I forgot that this is a prison movie. I completely I was like, what do you mean? Prison
Yeah,
guard?
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, oh yeah, that's what
And
the movie.
it's based off. There's like an original film with he's in this.
Burt
Reynolds. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, actually, now that you mention, I'm like, I know what you're. I never
So
saw.
I ponder if the original one had racial tones too, and that's why they're like, oh, we got to keep this part in. But it's Stone Cold Steve
True
Austin
to
and Nelly, and
source
it's
material.
super awkward. But it's also it's a turning point of the movie to where then all of the Nelly crowd then wants to play for Adam Sandler because they're like, F that, we're not down with the prison guards. Where before,
Yeah.
before they weren't down with Adam Sandler, they're like, nah, F off, homie. It's I don't know. I do not recall it. If I had seen it back in that time period, it came and went in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a C.
Jared, do me a favor. Google Stone Cold Steve Austin 2005 highlights. I want to know, was he the world champion when he did this? Like where was he in 2005 when he's taking roles where he's dropping N-word? Like, what Stone Cold is?
Oh yeah, I guess I'm typing highlights.
I need to get back on that Stone Cold
match against
podcast.
The Rock.
Oh, is this him like coming back? Did he already leave? See, I forget. We don't have to spend too much time.
He confronted
wondering,
Coachman.
He's not the only
John Coachman.
He's not the only pro wrestler in this movie too. There's Kevin Nash, Goldberg.
Sick.
Goldberg's a good guy. Kevin Nash is a bad guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, it's not a good film. I mean, it was whatever. It's a whatever film.
There's funnier parts than I expected there to be, but like, yeah, overall, I've never rewatched it. I watched it that one time in like 2005 or 2006, whatever it was, and like, yeah, I've never gone back and rewatched it. But you know, it did stick in my mind.
It's 20 years ago, Jer. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's in the cradle and the silver spoon.
And then Tubes went on another little.
I watched these backwards.
Grown ups, Uno and Dos. Oh, you started with 2. And
I started with 2.
And
you know, here's the thing. I watched 2, and the first half of 2 is pretty creepy. A lot of like overly vert sexual shit that's like weird. I have to say,
with the daughters, or
no, that's in the first one, and that stuff also is weirdly sexual, and they both have those moments.
Oh, is this with the girls in the party or something?
Yeah, and the boys trying to young boys trying to hit on them, and they're at school, and this, that, the other before they go to the lake, and then like I don't know, there's all this weird stuff.
Oh yeah, and the dance.
There's
dance
oh
teacher.
that's what it was, the dance teacher, and like Shaq wants to go there, and yeah, this dude's got his dick out, and there's a whole sexual scene with at the yoga instructor with the moms.
Yeah,
There's a
just in the
bunch of weird
women.
stuff in the
Yeah.
first half of the movie, but then the frat dudes show up,
Oh, and he's like in
and
the shower.
that
jerking
scene's
it.
really
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
There's a few funny
tire?
scenes in the tire scene's great. There's a few funny scenes in this second one. But I don't think it's as good as the first one. And because I watched the second one first,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, I remember I liked these movies better than this one. This one, I'd say this one's a C plus, maybe a B minus. Where the other one, I feel like Grown Ups 1, it has a lot of really funny moments in it. I would say it's closer. Also, Grown Ups 2, Stone Cold Steve Austin's the bad guy in it or whatever, and he sucks in this one too, man. Not a good actor. No offense, Stone Cold.
No, not at all.
I mean,
Trainer's
another
Tavern.
case for wrestling being real.
I saw it. Trainer's Tavern said
We've
it.
seen that he can't act.
Jerry.
So yeah.
Trainer's Tavern wants to know everyone's. I got it, bro.
What's your answer?
Favorite Adam Sandler
What's your
film.
answer?
Can I see
Here,
the
let's
list?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's pull up a list real quick.
Answer's you. That's my boy.
That's my boy's good for sure.
I mean,
I like
yeah,
That's My
it's a
Boy.
good one.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite. Andy
I like that it's, like,
Samberg's mouth
weird.
is too big.
Nah. What the fuck? The fuck?
His mouth is too big, and he eats that chicken nugget. Oh my god, it
That's
bothers me so
the
much.
pocket one. After the ear piercing, it's great.
Yeah,
All of that.
yeah, with the piercing. Oh wow, how did one too? Forgot about that.
There's a Happy Gilmore 2, or that's coming out.
It's coming out soon.
They already shot it.
There was like I thought there were. I don't know. I guess that could have been old.
I saw
them
Nick
looking for
Nick
people.
I can't read any.
what the fuck Nick, what's his name? Jerry?
Hornsby.
No, the one from the Adam Sandler verse. Nick
Towards
yeah.
Oh, Offerman. Oh,
Swartzman
yeah.
was
Schwartzman.
on Swartzman was on Tiger Belly and said he just got done wrapping up on Happy Gilmore too.
oh wow.
I assume that means at least his role's done. So they must be getting close.
I mean,
I really hope
Airheads.
this
I
is
know
like
it's
my-
not a Sandler. What's it called? But Airheads is a funny movie.
Airheads might be, but yeah,
Oh,
that's
Airheads.
Airheads might
I
be
would
the
say
best
Airheads
movie,
might be.
but he's not really the
What's
lead.
his face? And Brendan Fraser's best like comedy movie.
I don't know because I also like that one where he's
yeah,
fucking with
yeah,
the
yeah.
devil. What was that one?
Yeah,
Bedazzled or whatever. That's a
yeah,
good one, too.
Bedazzled. Yeah, that one was great.
I like that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was
I
good,
mean, yeah,
too.
Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, I feel are class. Bulletproof is good. His early work is really
Bulletproof. I forgot about that
Yeah.
one. That is a good good. Wedding Singer
I
also
like
is
Wedding
a fucking
Singer.
classic, dude. Wedding Singer. I
Wedding
think
Singer's super
Wedding,
funny.
dude, actually, Wedding Singer just jumped to the lead.
Wedding Singer might be the lead for me right now too. Actually, he's so good in that, dude. Oh, Little Nicky's classic, but it's kind of a piece of shit.
I feel
I love it,
for
though.
me, the voices he did in Waterboy and Little Nicky were a little too much, and they were really hard for me to get into at the time.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
You
Oh,
know what
yeah,
I need
yeah.
to rewatch? I should watch. 'Cause I think I've literally only seen it once. Is Mr. Deeds.
Oh, Mr. Deeds a classic, Nicky.
Mr. Deeds is a
Deeds a
good
fucking
one.
classic.
Yeah,
Punk Drunk Love is also
It's
great.
good,
Like
it's
that's a
good.
great Adam Sandler movie, but it's
It's
not
good.
like I don't think that's what.
Eight Crazy Nights is
you know what I
probably
mean?
the best Hanukkah film ever made. I'm gonna throw it out
Hey,
there.
Crazy Nuts is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be the best Hanukkah.
Oh,
film.
dude, Deuce
Uh,
Bigelow. I know he's not. It's not him, but Deuce Bigelow is.
the first one's better
Management
than the
was
rest.
alright.
I like
There's
Anger
more Deuce
Management. I thought that
Bigelows?
was a good one.
Anger Management's great.
I mean,
oh my god,
it's
Anger
like
we're
Management's
getting
Deuce
awesome.
nowhere.
Deuce
God
Bigelow's.
damn it, Ryan.
I didn't know that.
Keep going.
I didn't know that.
Keep going.
So maybe 50 for Dates. I love 50
What
First
the
Dates.
fuck?
That is a
No, because I'll tell you what's better than 50
classic
First Dates. It's coming up.
movie.
No, Click was horrible. Don't. If anyone says Click,
I like
get
Click.
the fuck out of here.
No, I like
I
Click.
never saw
Click was
Click.
not
Pronounce
good.
Chuck and Larry's good.
Now I'm pronouncing Chuck and Larry's hilarious, but way crazy for the times now. Don't mess with the Zohan was not
Zohan
good either.
is like, again, when he does his weird voices,
Bedtime
I'm
Stories
not
was
into,
not
like, those
good.
characters.
It's
Funny
kid-
people did not like.
I don't think I ever
funny
saw Zohan.
people I swear on
you're
this,
not
the
missing
first half is pretty fucking good. They just second half of the film is just not it.
I remember hating Funny. Like,
Yeah,
I should give
second
it
half
another
is not
shot,
it. No.
but like I remember walking out of that movie being like, "Are you kidding me?"
Whoa, so he no wonder I liked
Grown
fucking Grown Ups because he hadn't
Ups.
done a good movie in a hot minute by the time he does Grown Ups.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
go
Just
with
Go With It. That was the one I was gonna say. I think Just Go With It for a rom com. I think that's the best Adam Sandler rom com. Is Just Go With It.
Nah.
Because
Again,
I love Jennifer Aniston.
She phones it in, man. I will
No,
say
dude.
she.
Fuck Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll definitely no.
Tom Green
You're
for life.
super weird. No, yeah, you're so weird with that. Yeah, out of them, I would definitely say, for me personally, I do think I would go with the other one. I get what you're saying with this one. This one
50
is
First
good. It
Dates
is
feels
classic.
rapey, bro. It's like she don't remember everything every time. I don't know. I don't
Dude,
like it.
this one is where it's like, oh, I need to pretend to be married so I could bang this young chick. Like again, Adam Sandler's movies, when you break them down, it's
They're
like
all
a
weird.
little
They all
weird.
have
It's
they all have
always
weird
him,
moments. They all
you
have weird
know.
moments. But
He's
hey,
always
he doesn't write them.
I don't know.
Let's let
He has a heavy hand in the creation of them.
well, they're all like they're all way over the top, like crude humor.
This has like
Ridiculous.
a funny scene when the guy pops his eye out.
Yeah,
but
I didn't
I
really
haven't
like
seen
it.
like any of these. Yeah, I didn't overall.
I
didn't, but that scene with the eye. But
I watched The Do Over, not good.
I think
I watched
might have
Sandy.
seen
I watched
that.
Sandy. I've watched all the Netflix ones. They were all one and dones for me. You're scrolling fast now. Murder Mysteries is
Yeah, 'cause none of these are
fantastic.
good.
Murder Mysteries is
No, those
fantastic.
are terrible. I
The
did
Hubby
not
Halloween
like
was
those.
not good.
That was
Murder
bad.
Mystery was great. Fuck what Jared has to say. I still haven't watched
and
the
2 was
Alien one.
awful.
2 wasn't too great. I never watched Leo. I haven't watched
Oh, I
that.
gotta watch that.
And I haven't watched
didn't
Spaceman.
see
I
that.
haven't seen the Spaceman. I'm a few. Oh, Uncut
That
Gems
was
is
interesting.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Jared
I
just
really
like
like
Jared like
Uncut Gems.
floops by fucking Uncut Gems. That was a fantastic serious movie.
Well,
that
'cause
might be his best
again,
serious
it's like
work.
he has these large chunks of like
Kid
just
films and
stuff
shitty
I
shit.
wasn't
Yeah,
into.
a lot of it's
Pixel,
like
you saw Pixel. And
Pixel
talked
was
about that the other
good.
night,
Pixel was good.
or last week.
Pixel was good. A lot of them are kid films, and they're
But
made for like
yeah.
middle schoolers. And that,
Yeah.
if you think about it, that is what Happy Gilmore and shit is too. When
Yeah,
we
yeah,
were
yeah,
in
yeah.
middle school,
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit before us, but we watched them when we were in middle school.
Yeah.
I'll still go with Wedding Singer. To having now looked at them all, I'm gonna
Because
go with
Wedding Singer is a little bit
Yeah.
more than a kid's film. Like even
Yeah.
my mom loves The Wedding Singer. Like she saw it when it first came out and loves that movie. You know what I mean? Like that one hit a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah.
people. I'm assuming it's a
Yeah.
PG-13 joint. Click on me, Jerry. PG-13 joint, yeah, because it has it's a little edgy for an Adam Sandler film.
It's got a great bad guy.
Yeah, it's a
Like
fantastic.
it's got
film.
all the Adam Sandler stuff that
Yeah.
he does. Like, is this the first movie without Chris Farley?
I don't know.
What was
I
the
don't know,
movie
but
right
we're
before
supposed
The
to be
Wedding
talking
Singer?
about.
Yeah, we're
No,
supposed to be talking about
talking about-
cuisine.
This one's to
Kid
me
Cuisine.
Grown Ups. Now after looking at the list, it's a B. The second one is like a C at best. The first one was a B.
Yeah.
And it was now looking at the list too, it's like he had a lot of bad movies leading into this one, and this was the first one he had done that was more like Happy Gilmore-esque. It felt more Happy Madison Productions than the rest of that shit. I didn't even, you know what's funny though, Jared, when you were swooping by that list, I didn't even see That's My Boy, but I really like that one. I know Jared doesn't like Sam Burglar, but
It was there.
we don't need to go back
It
there.
was
Yeah,
there.
we don't
were
need to look
talking
at
about
it.
something else.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Move
Yeah.
on. Fuck him.
And then water theme.
Well, fuck. The poster.
Did
of
you
this
watch this
looked
because of
interesting.
Danny
I'd never
DeVito?
heard of this movie.
That's my guess.
I
is you
watched
saw
this
Danny
because
DeVito
I
and you're like, I'm gonna
saw
watch this.
I don't know, I think it was on maybe YouTube or Insty, but I saw like a short or whatever of him being interviewed about this movie that he directed and helped write it or whatever, co-wrote it. And then I saw Danny DeVito was in it, and I was like, oh, okay. It, honest to God, I would kind of want you guys to watch it just so you can see what I'm about to say, but at the same time, it's not worth watching. It is a shitty version of trying to do like a Big Lebowski vibe. It's not identical to the
yeah,
Big
okay.
Lebowski in any way, What was that one that what's his name did? Inherent Vice
No, never
with
saw it.
I don't know what you're
with
talking about.
Joaquin Phoenix. That also felt like
Never
it,
saw
it
it.
had a Big Lebowski kind of vibe to it, or wanted to.
I have literally no idea what you're talking about.
This is another. This
Maybe I
movie
did
also.
see this. It was pretty bad.
This movie also was trying really hard to be a Big Lebowski, in my opinion, where you're a hippie kind of whatever, fuck the government vibe, but like then you get pulled into this murder mystery, and that's what this
feel
is too.
This one to me felt like what's his face, the writer, Fear and Loathing. It felt like that.
Oh, Hunter
as
S.
opposed
Thompson.
to
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's what this one.
But even like the
kinda
Big
did.
Lebowski
As a-
kind of feels like a Hunter S. Thompson in a way. I know what you're saying. It's that Gonzo style.
I mean, probably because now seeing it has
Yeah, it has
him in
him
it
in
as
it,
well.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, I totally see.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And
I see what
it
you're
all
saying,
takes place in that
just these-
70s, 80s time period,
It,
right?
like without seeing it, it looks like
Um,
it's got a Jackie Brown vibe.
Yes, Nick D. They all have that color and aesthetic, yes. Which is even
Yeah,
like this
yeah.
going back to that pool movie because the fucking Inherent Vice. I didn't watch this, but this is the same type of movie.
Yeah.
All of the movies we just named off are all in this little like Jackie. I would consider Jackie Brown kind of in that world too, right? This is that, and it's not a great version of it.
Okay.
Like the first 20 minutes is just like crazy rambling. It feels like they're trying to do these like Tarantino-esque long dialogues that just like I knew I was like this is all this information is gonna go nowhere. None of this matters because we haven't
Didn't
even
he
introduced
just,
the situation yet.
Wasn't he in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Who?
Chris
Chris
Pine?
Pine? I don't think so.
I don't
know.
remember him.
Like it's there's cool moments. They're not even cool moments. There's a few moments that I was like, okay, this movie could have been something. I just don't think that they stuck it. I honestly,
it?
Chris Pine.
Oh, he directed.
He directed it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd give it a fucking C minus to be honest. And I wouldn't go out of your way to watch it. I'd tell you to watch it just so you could be like, oh, I see what he means by the Big Lebowski vibes. But it's not really worth going out of your way.
Yeah,
Available
yeah.
on
Yeah.
Okay.
Hulu
I
or
wanna say-
something.
Yeah, Hulu or Prime. I feel like I was looking at something the other day that just. I mean that it would.
Yeah, Hulu. Yeah, yeah. Nothing special. No offense, Chris Pine.
I like Chris Pine. I like him as an actor.
Yeah, no offense, Chris Pine.
Yeah, not a writer.
Did
better
you guys
actor.
see that Dungeons and Dragons movie
I did.
where he's like the bard? I liked
Yeah.
that.
It was all right.
Mm-mm.
It was all right. It was
Yeah.
better. It was better than I expected, Nick D.
I thought you were gonna say what I was thinking. I thought you were gonna say it was better than Thor because didn't they come out at like the same time? Like
No,
I was
I
like,
don't
it was
know.
better than Love and Thunder.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know if I'd even say that too because it was good, but it wasn't. I wasn't like, oh. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually looked at Chris. Not to get on. I do want to talk about this because this show is amazing. But I looked into Chris Pine now. I'm like, I'm kind of confused. Like he hasn't done that much other than like Star Trek and a few other things. He hasn't done anything really. No offense, Chris Pine, if you're watching, and we know you are. We'd love to have you on the show.
We'd love to have you. Go.
This show's fucking amazing. And this show is a prime example when dumb fucking idiots come up to you and say that they don't make good stuff anymore. They're just dumb. And the issue is that there's too many good things, or there's not even too many good things. There's too much shit out there that you get overwhelmed. And good shows like this slip by you. Because this definitely slipped by me. And this has to do with Jerry.
Yeah, I've seen the ads for this show, but never watched.
I was at Jerry's wedding. And Cameron and fucking his wife, Colleen, very beautiful, nice lady, they recommended this show at Jerry's wedding. And this story stands out for some reason. When I saw it, I was like, oh, someone recommended this to me. And I was like, oh, yeah, Cameron and Colleen, they recommended this to me.
Shout out.
So shout out to them. Cameron, a fantastic, physically fit specimen.
This is HBO. Where is
No, it's Apple Plus, but it's made
Apple.
by. It's made by. Oh no, that was a different show. No, I also started watching the Vince Vaughn show, but I'm only 2 episodes in, and
I hear that's good.
that's made by fucking Warner Brothers, so HBO. Yeah, it is. Nick D, it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah.
This
I
show's
need to
fucking
start.
fantastic, though, man. It really
I'll check this
grabbed
out.
my interest. It's a very interesting concept, like sci-fi concept that I thought was kind of like pitching some new ideas I had never thought of. Everybody in it does a great job. Ben Stiller directs like the first 4 episodes. I think he produces the whole thing. But all the actors,
Ben Stiller's great.
the 4 characters you're with the whole time. Well, there's other off characters, but there's like the 4 employees you're following. That Zach Cherry guy is my favorite, dude. I think he's so fucking funny in this, and not even like meaning to be. It's a really fucking good show, man.
Yeah.
You
I
seen it,
liked it.
Jerry?
Yeah, you dumbass. I fucking watched this when it came out and told you guys to watch it.
Did you?
I was gonna say
2 years ago.
Cameron getting the
Yes.
credit. Oh wow, well before the wedding.
Because again, it was the thing of, like you said, of like it came out on Apple TV, and it was the same thing where I was like, oh, there's nothing on Apple TV, blah blah blah. This then came out, and it was like, oh, okay, you guys
Okay.
just like take a minute. Like same thing with like Mythic Quest, because that's Apple, right?
Yeah, that's Apple.
Or is that HBO?
It's Apple.
Yeah, that it's like, again, they take forever to put shows out, but it's like, oh, they have been good. And I used to watch Morning Show. I got over that after like the second, once Steve Carell left. Spoilers. I stopped watching that. But yeah.
Did he meet someone and
they-
get married like in The Office?
What?
Did he meet someone and like get married and leave the show like in The Office? You know what I mean? Like, is that what he does? He's like, all right, I'm
No,
leaving.
a complete opposite. Spoiler. His marriage falls apart.
Wow.
Mm.
Morning
Yeah.
show with the drama.
But they make the best.
Yeah, Severance.
I'm gonna say this.
Man.
The one thing that sucks about Apple Plus is that they got rid of even showing you anybody else's shit. Like last year, a few months ago,
Yeah.
6 months ago, maybe they used to have.
I haven't
other
signed
people's
into
shit.
Apple Plus
At
so
least,
long.
like,
Yeah.
Like
few
HBO
items.
stuff or whatever. I feel they were like very
And
similar to what they would
but
have
now
or
it's
whatever.
Apple Plus exclusive. But the one thing I will say about it is
Mhm.
they make the highest end shit. All of their shit feels very high end. Not one of I haven't been like, I don't know. I've been pretty yeah, he's from fucking Fallout.
He's the guy who tells Spider-Man to do a flip.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
is he?
With the hot dog. He's like, do a
Yeah.
flip,
Oh, is
Spider-Man.
that him too? I was just thinking of him.
Yeah.
He's from Fallout.
And then isn't he
Um,
also on the bus or something? He's in 2 movies. He's in 2 Spider-Man. He might be in all 3.
He's the best. He's my favorite
like
character. in this.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, he's in Shang-Chi.
That's
He's on
the
the bus.
Oh,
He's on the bus in Shang-Chi. Yeah. But yeah, it's Severance. All right, Jared. I'm sorry. That's why I brought up the whole Cameron story because I did think
I
that
don't care.
I knew one of you guys had watched it.
I'm sure
it's
still
the best.
then that he did that.
It's a really good show. It's fucking top tier.
But John Turturro is only doing it's the Batman show that he left.
Yeah, he left the Batman show. I think
Or Batman World. But yeah, he did say it was like having done this and then the Batman movie that it's like, oh, it's just too much like weird stuff. I need like more normal roles right now. At least as to why he left Batman or whatever. And I don't know if they're doing more than 2 seasons with this, but
his character in this is
but
fucking weird, man. But
yeah, I think he said he's
everyone
done
in
after
this is
season
fucking
2.
weird, man. This whole show's fucking weird. His innie, or
Yeah, it's a good one.
all of the innies are I don't know. It's a fucking weird show.
It's really interesting.
The
Yeah,
only
the way
thing
they pace it.
I give it an A. The reason it's not an S is because I felt like that ending last episode was just such a too big of a cliffhanger. You know, like if they got
Oh,
canceled.
that was going to be my question. Like, is it done or? Oh,
No, actually, the trailer that you're watching right now
no.
above, or that's playing on the screen, is for season
I
2.
guess it's season 2.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know it. So because again,
It comes out next year.
This started 3 years ago, and they've only one season. So I don't know if they're going to do more than 2 seasons
I hope that they
or
do too.
not. But yeah, it's like, dude, it's already been 3 years and there's only been 8 or 10 episodes, that it's kind of like, I don't think I'm willing to wait another 3 years to like be left on another cliffhanger, that it's like, you might need to wrap it up.
If they cliffhangered it again and then didn't do it for another 2 years, like their argument probably was that, oh, the writer's strike is why it took forever, right? I'm sure that's what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if they took
Which
another
is
2 years, the only way I'd accept that, Jared, is if they end these 4 characters that we've been following their storylines, and then they cliffhanger it at the end, like, oh, but what else is this corporation up to? And then the next season's following a different
kind of like super different.
following a different
Or
department
just,
in the same
I
building.
think there needs to be
that'd be
more of
acceptable.
that in movies, TV, where like, you know, like how like John Wick is doing that. Like they're having a sequel that's in the universe, and probably going to be, but it's like I'm down for more. Like, give us a movie in the RoboCop universe that has nothing to do with RoboCop, but it's like we already know that like Detroit's fucked up in that. You know, you know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah.
down for that. More like weird side
Well,
stories.
but this is like, without watching the show, Nick, it'd be hard. Like, they have these people
I'm
have
gonna
a,
watch it.
these people have a chip planted inside of them that makes them this type of person. So what I'm saying is, like, you could like, it's the same exact show, you just change out the cast and have the
Yeah,
last
exactly.
cast has been
Exactly.
resolved.
It's the stakes are
The
still
only way to
same.
do that with like RoboCop is that somebody else is in the RoboCop uniform who isn't Rip. What the fuck was his name? Alex.
Peter.
Pete-
Oh yeah, Alex Murphy. Yeah,
Alex
yeah.
Murphy. You're right. Yeah. So if somebody else is Alex Murphy, that's what I'm saying. Where like the Alex Murphy story kind of ends, and then somebody else hops in the suit, and that's kind of
Yeah.
what they
I don't know.
They could easily do it though, Jared. Because I agree with you.
What you're saying is
they-
we need RoboCop. I get it.
Yeah.
No longer single.
Like they could, but it because like so because I think one of the things I'm going to talk about is Teacup, where just like before like last week how you're talking about like with not Westworld but Raised by Wolves, how
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know how much I'm into, oh, here's season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, where it's like, are you just going to cancel this at some point, where it's like, but again, I guess you're like, these are all individual stories and not necessarily like tied. So if they did do season 2 somebody else and they cancel before season 3, that it wouldn't matter in that sense, because like you're saying, it's like, no, wrap up these characters
Yeah.
so we're not like, yeah, I guess that's better than, because I don't know, man, that's a big issue with the Teacup. I thought it was going to be a lot more contained. They got to the end of season 1 and it's like, oh my god, nope, you have no end in sight, and it's like, I might bail. But
The way
well,
that this whole season ramps up, Jared, like I knew by the beginning that final episode, like even by the 8th episode, I was like, all right, so this is clearly not going to get wrapped
Yeah.
up, right? This isn't going to be resolved.
yeah,
But they ramped it up so fast the way it's going that like the next season, unless they're like, oh, we completely wiped everybody and it's all starting over now. Like, I don't know how they could drag it out a 3rd season without resolving everything. It seems
which,
super redundant
they,
at that point. You know what I mean?
I hope they don't drag it out beyond.
We're being
this.
very like not saying much because Nick D, I think you should watch it, and
I'm gonna watch it for sure. I might even start it.
the thing I really liked about it is how the visuals are super surreal. You know, kind of like whatever this is, which I think this is the Demi Moore movie, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just see this?
Again,
Didn't we
it's
talk
like
about this
very
last week?
backroom. I watched it the other day.
Okay.
I did like a free trial for this Moonbee thing. Yeah, man, this movie's weird. Weird. Like, it was really good body horror. I was definitely like squirming and whatnot, and like Karina was laughing at me. Yeah, the end is super weird.
What?
I-
What was that movie directed by Cronenberg's son?
Crimes. Oh, not Crimes.
No, Crimes of the Future was
Yeah,
Cronenberg.
The
Which was great.
Not Infinity Pool, but
No.
the
Yeah,
like,
not Infinity. Or is that one actually Cronenberg?
Psychosis one or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
No.
Yeah. Um,
Psycho something.
Wait,
the
did he do
ending is the
Infinity
same
Pool?
kind of vibes. I think they're both that guy. Infinity
Yeah.
Pool and uh
What's his name? It's not
Brand.
David.
I want to say Brandon Cronenberg,
Oh,
but I don't
is
know
it?
if that's
Yeah,
right.
I think so.
I might be thinking Bruce and Brandon
But Crimes of the Future had a lot of like body
for sure.
shit.
Yeah.
No?
Possessor. But
Possessor.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's it's definitely like that. You
Possessor's
can
kind of like
tell
that other
that
show too.
that Coralie Fargate was definitely inspired by that, especially like Videodrome and stuff and whatnot. There's like a scene that's very much you
Yeah.
could tell
Yeah.
influenced by that.
For
And so
sure.
yeah, it was just like the concept is interesting of it, but then like yeah, the visuals they really did their homework, and I think it's like almost all practical effects.
I
But like
think
yeah,
I read. I could be getting wrong. I think the only thing that was digital was or like super digital were like the back opening up and then the pupil splitting. But for the most part, I think it was like prop.
yeah.
That's crazy. I need to see this. This is on my list.
Yeah. Like again, on Amazon, if you do the 7-day free trial for Moonby, you can watch. God, that scene was awful where he's eating the shrimp.
That scene's
We talked
and
about
it's
that.
weirdly like the
Actually.
worst. Yeah.
Because again, because it was, I was like, oh, the whole water thing. And Nick's like, oh man, there's a lot of food stuff in here. And I was like, don't worry about it. And then it's like, oh my God, it's crazy the way they
Like when
focus
he's
on
wiping
sounds
his
when like
mouth with the
Demi's,
napkin and his
well, like
fucking
that, but then
fingers.
like
Like,
when
ugh.
Demi's like cooking and stuff, like again, they really want you to
The chicken bodies
feel
thrown
grossed out
everywhere.
by it and stuff. But yeah, it's interesting, I feel you don't have to like go super out of your way to watch it, but it's like, oh, if you see it, it's like, oh yeah, definitely like pop it on.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
sure.
sure it'll be
I'm sure it's gonna
streaming
hit the
within.
streamers. Yeah.
Yeah.
It did
Like probably.
feel a little long. I will say that. It is a thing of like, oh, I noticed that it was like 2.5 hours.
Oh, it's two and a
Is it
half.
like wait? Did you guys see
Yeah.
Smile? Did you
Smile
see
too?
Smile too?
Yeah.
No.
Mhm.
It's like Smile 2 where there's like a full on like music video in there where you're like there is
Oh,
the
Trap
scenes
does
that are
that
just like
too.
it's just like eating up
Yeah.
time, and it's not like bad.
Trap
Like
has a
it's
whole
like
music
again like
scene.
she's like a great director and cinematographer. This movie looks awesome, but yeah, there's a lot of like, and now we're just gonna watch like two scenes from this show in in the movie.
Yeah, she's like filming a fitness show, and it's like you see the whole like routine, and it's like I
And then
get
before and
what you're doing, but I
after.
don't think we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, again, it was interesting. Again, if you come across it, for sure check it out.
I'm going to. I'm
Interesting
just not gonna.
concept.
It's gonna be like Get Out, where when I get to it for free. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. No offense to it, paying for it. And it's a
but
bummer
yeah,
because these kind
again,
of movies, it's like it's not produced by Warner Brother or Disney or one of the big players that I already have. It's like, well, now I gotta kind of see if this just pops up on like Amazon's usually your best bet at that point, or Hulu.
But you have Amazon. That's what I'm saying. Is just do the free trial, which is what I did. It's a 7-day free trial.
Yeah.
I'm about to cancel it tonight, and then I don't have to pay anything.
Yeah,
I watched
maybe
this one movie.
I might try to watch it
Because I
one more
agree with
time
you.
tonight. Then
Because I agree with you on that. That it is like it was the same thing with the other one, Oddity. I had to do some other free trial that I forgot to cancel. But which is they got me on that one. But it is like yeah, these smaller, especially horror movies. It's like oh yeah, it's like on Shudder or this thing I've never heard of, and it's like
This one got a lot of buzz though. I feel like it's gonna hop up on HBO or Netflix.
I mean, it's still in theaters
Yeah,
is
so
I think the
yeah.
other reason why it's not on.
I think we
on
gotta.
HBO
I think
yet.
if I waited out a little bit,
Not-
Jared, it will just pop up for me.
Yeah,
maybe
not
maybe
story
yeah.
wise or vibe wise, but
No
it's
need to
like
go to the way.
visually, it's a really fucked up looking.
Yeah,
like,
it looks very
visually,
surreal. It
reminds
looks super
me of
surreal.
Barbie. Yeah.
Real quick before we hop into Teacup, I do want to hear about this, but because Nick D brought up Smile too. Did you guys see? Well, I sent you guys those images of the practical effects, which is fucking nuts.
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
But did you guys also hear that they're the first ones to do this, where they put up the first like 15 or 25 minutes or something like that, but you have to smile the whole time with like the cam activated.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Mm.
And You
That's
had to
weird.
smile the whole time.
Cool.
It was a creepy promotion that they did. So you could watch like the first 25 minutes or something. It was something ridiculous. But you had to
Yeah.
smile the
Yeah,
whole
they were
time.
pretty good
That's a
with
fucking
their
genius
like
promotion.
promotion
Yeah. Anyways,
with the whole
I saw someone
baseball
talking about
thing.
it. I didn't look into it though. It was one of those like, did you one of those TikToky like, did you see that Smile 2 is doing this? I was like, oh, that's interesting. But yeah, Teacup. Did you finish it, Jerry? Do we know more?
Yeah, finished it. I don't know, like, you know a little more, but then it's just a thing of like, again, I thought it was gonna be more self-contained, and all of a sudden it's like, "Ooh, we're opening up the whole world" type thing, and it's like, I'm over it. Like, I'm
Got
not.
too big for its
It
britches.
was what. Not even that. It's just like, again, it's just like, I guess it's like, it. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like, oh, you're gonna Walking Dead it. Like, you could easily keep this going and just have like this group keep running into situations in different places, and it's like, I'm not trying to watch that. I
Yeah.
thought this was a like, this group is experiencing something like super weird and like just a one-off thing, and they have to deal with it. And then, but it's like, got to the end of the season, and it was like, oh nope, they're just ready to pump out season after season with this. That it's like, I'm good. I'm probably good. Unless they're like, hey, we're gonna wrap it up in this many seasons, blah blah blah. But again, I'm just not. I don't want to sit here for 7 fucking seasons of, again, them running from like a different farm or to a prison now and blah blah blah, having to deal with stuff. And it's just like, I'm good. I'm not doing that. It was
Do you
Oh,
do a
so
interesting.
scene?
wait, hold on. I'm sorry, Nick D. They're
Okay.
it's like an apocalypto world where they're running shit from shit. I'm so confused.
No. So again, it's a thing where they're trapped on a farm because there's this blue line that if they cross it, they will disintegrate. And it's like, I don't know. You find out later, but whatever. Spoiler if you're not
Spoiler
into
it.
it.
Fuck it. Spoil it.
Stop. That it's like some alien thing that comes from like space and then is like hunting people and like is trying to catch a different alien that's in the little boy. And so you think it's just these two alien things that take over bodies. It like, and then that they're gonna like deal with that. And then the last episode of this is like some car pulls up and like, the aliens are everywhere and like, we're the only ones that can help you, and like, so come with us or like get fucked. And it's like, I'm over it. I'm not doing that. Like, I thought it was this single event, but now you're saying like they're all over the world and like they're all waking up right now, and it's like, I'm over it. I'm so good off of that.
It's
They
not at
lost
all
me.
what I thought this would be.
Yeah.
Why the
Yeah,
gas
I thought it was
mask?
gonna be, because the alien needs to, it needs to like open its mouth and then transfer itself to the new host. And so if you have the gas mask on, you can't open your mouth, it can't get to you. And so again, you think it's this whole thing or like supernatural, blah blah blah, then it's this alien thing, and then it's, I don't know. They lost
Wait, so
me
that
by
dude in the
the
mask
episode.
is a normal person who already knows about everything?
Exactly. Yeah. He's somebody who's like been on the internet and like on the forums and stuff, and like everybody, not to that extent. I'm definitely exaggerating, but like, I know what's up and blah blah blah, and it's really hitting the fan now. And so yeah, it's just a
And I
normal guy.
figured all this out immediately.
And so that's the
Yeah.
thing, is like, it
Yeah.
feels like it's about to be something interesting, and then it's not. And then it just kind of really tanks hard in the second
What
half
is?
for me.
Yeah. What is teacup? What does that mean?
I just, the first episode, they're like catching a wasp and use a teacup. It's literally, and then yeah,
Oh, so they're like,
yeah.
wow.
There's
Use it. Use.
no.
They were
Yeah.
draw.
Yeah.
This sounds like this show's getting canceled for sure. No offense.
I don't know.
If you worked
Yeah, I
on it,
guess 6.5. Like it
Go
again.
to
The
teacup news.
first.
Google teacup news or teacup season 2. Let's just even see like have the people
this
spoken?
just came out though, right? Like it's probably a little early, but
Yeah,
yeah.
this like just finished.
Oh, it was episodic. It wasn't.
Yeah, no, yeah, this came out like weekly or whatever. Yeah, last episode was on Halloween, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. I thought, yeah, they really lost me with the end.
Are the aliens cool looking?
You don't see them because again, it's like
Oh.
they're formless, in that it's like I don't know. So like
Like
the
they're like
thing that's
liquid.
actually in people, yeah, the thing that's
Wait,
in people when it transfers, that you just see it like go in their eye type thing. It's
is
like a
this
yellow.
loosely based off Scientology? Because that
I
sounds
don't
very
fucking know.
similar to that movie with John Travolta, where it's like the spirits and they like go
Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth. Thank you, Nikki.
No, it's not like. I again, I don't fucking know. Maybe, sure, Scientology. If that's the case, I'm for sure out.
I'm more into it now.
Let's see. Oh yeah, the picture.
Hopefully Tom Cruise will do.
Yes.
And so then there's just like some tree on the farm that's also an alien. I don't know. They're not really explaining anything, and they didn't explain more by the end. So again, it's just like, yeah, I'm over this. See, up there you saw them using the
Yeah,
teacup
there
to
was.
catch the wasp.
Yeah.
It was on the other side. But yeah, so you don't actually ever see the alien, and then there's just like some weird rainbow liquid that they can drink to cross the line. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was more worth watching. People looking at the news, people seem to like it.
Do you feel like there's a
picture of
twist
this.
coming where like the alien in it is actually the bad guy? Like, do you think it's like no,
No.
though they were trying to save you?
No.
The aliens are the bad.
There's this good alien that the alien again it's I don't know. And again, they didn't really explain more besides like there's a good alien and there's a bad one that's hunting the good one, and then at the end somebody pulls up in a car and is like there's a lot more, and it's like I'm over it. I'm not doing that. That's
It'd be
stupid.
dope if it was in the I Come in Peace, or what is that called? Dark Star?
Angel or something.
Dark.
All right, boys. I didn't find anything. My quick
Okay.
research. No connections. It's a teacup to
We
Scientology.
But we also then finished this, and I saw you had added this as well, Tubes.
Yeah, this show's great. This show's fantastic. I feel like they only made 6 eps because they wanted to see. I hope it's because they wanted to test the waters, and they're gonna give us another 6 to at least finish off season 1.
There's only 5 pictures.
I think if I'm not mistaken, Jared, it's getting great reviews and people like it. So I hope that means that they're gonna make more. But to give you a quick rundown,
Yeah,
Nick,
better than the other one.
It is a classic kind of feel-goodery episodic detective show, similar to like a Veronica Mars or a Psych or any of those.
Yeah, I think Karina was saying
Monk.
that she
Totally Nick
wanted
D.
to get away from the D character. Like she's not like that mean in this, and is like,
And she's supposed to be smart.
you know, a mom and like, yeah, super smart and blah blah blah. But like, I think there was maybe one episode towards the end where she like has a little like freak out on someone or something. But like, yeah, no, she's definitely trying to.
And she's a mom that super
not
cares. Right,
Yeah,
you know what I
not
mean,
just
Jerry?
be
Like, she's like,
D.
yeah.
Yeah, she's not.
Yeah.
It's not like what was the other one, the Mick, where
Yeah,
it
right,
was
where
like,
she's like,
oh,
she's getting
I'm an
hammered and
aunt, but
shit.
she's just
Yeah, she's a fuck
yeah,
up.
exactly. She's like,
Yeah.
no, I'll still do
Which was a great
kids
show.
family show, but like I don't. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
But this
those
this
kids
is
were
way more
crazy.
CSI detective show, but it's not. See, it's not like CSI. And the reason I was naming off like Psych or Veronica Mars, and there's a lot of those
It's ABC.
shows. Well, the reason
It's
I was
Only
saying that
murders in the
is it kind of
building?
go no, because Only Murders in the Building is more of like a weird. This is very.
It's like a ABC Fox show, you know. It's a
Procedural?
prime
A sitcom.
time.
Yeah.
Procedural? Is that how you say it? Right? Procedural?
Yeah, but like a mix. Because it's like, yeah, they don't go too crazy. Like we never see, you know, like Law and Order or something where we then all of a sudden see the court case. Like we never get that.
No,
far.
that's what I was saying.
But we do see a lot of the police work. We do see the police work. That is right.
It's a lot more like Chuck
Bored.
or Psych or any of those.
Yes.
The thing I like about it is
Yes.
each episode, and the reason I like all those shows I've mentioned is each episode is its own case. You watch it, and then by the end of that episode, that case is typically, unless they do like a multi-episode arc, like a 2 to 3 arc, it's like
I don't think they have.
no, not in this show. Not in this show. They haven't at all. Cool. They only have
Yeah.
6 episodes. But then there are some storylines that are being built up, like her baby daddy from her first kid, and how he now he's missing. And as the episodes go, we get a little taste of that storyline. But that's not really what's going on. But that is kind of one of the only ongoing arcs they're kind of slowly building up. This show's great. I thought it was fantastic. Love Dee. She's great in everything she does. I hope they make more episodes. I give it a B plus, A minus. We'll go A minus. Fuck it.
Sounds like a good show.
I like
Oh,
Dee. It's a basic
she's
bitch
great.
show, Nick D, but she's great in it.
Yeah.
And I'd like to like what Jerry said. I'd like to see her do more. I think Always Sunny's gonna potentially wrap it up at some point. So it'd be cool.
It definitely feels like it. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
seasons are getting shorter and shorter, longer in between.
Well, each one of them are branching out and doing more different things, and
Yeah. I rewatched this. If you guys haven't watched it. I mean, I think there's an argument to be made that this is the best vampire movie ever. But then John Carpenter's Vampires, Blade.
I don't know if I've seen
I
this
also
one.
like Interview with a Vampire. Interview with a Vampire. Great. This movie's like a legit masterpiece. Francis Ford Coppola, like
I don't think I've seen
Gary
this one. I need to watch
Bu-
this.
Gary Oldman. I've got it. I can let it.
Have you watched Interview
When
with a
she's
Vampire recently?
coming out of the grave. Or not Interview with a Vampire. I meant what's the one with Willem Dafoe? And they're making Nosferatu. Shadow of a Vampire? I think it's Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that movie's. I love that movie.
Interview with a Vampire.
No, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that since like '95 or whatever. Like
doesn't really hold up as good. Kind
I
of
can
comes
see
across
that.
a little
I can
creepy
see
now.
that. I can totally see. Interview with a Vampire. I remember being like, I was probably way too little when I saw that. I remember thinking like, this movie's not that cool. Like I could see that it was a good movie and it was like interesting, but I was like, this is when I think of vampires, this isn't this is like a romance. Like
That's what I was about to say.
mean? Like
it's a little too much like 50 Shades of Grey or something. It has
a
little too many scenes.
And so when you're like in middle school, that is not the kind of vampire movie I'm trying to.
Oh, even now, Nick, you should rewatch it. Okay, I need to borrow this from you. I need to see this.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got it for you. It's great.
So what you're saying? This is the S tier of all vampire films, is what I'm hearing.
Part of me is saying it's at least in the, because it's like other things like where they're like schlocky in their horror movies. I'll say this: I'm never like Dracula's a bad guy, but I'm never not on his side. Like Gary Oldman makes you like love him and be like, yeah, like I get it. Like he's doing bad shit, but like he hates God. Like, you know what I mean? And this is one of those movies too that like we're always talking about. We see so rarely of. Like you hang out with the bad guy all the time. Like you're hanging out with Keanu, you're hanging out with Winona, you're hanging out with Anthony Hopkins. But like it's Gary Busey's movie. Oh my god, I keep saying Gary Busey. Gary Oldman's movie. Like Dracula's not like in the shadows. Like you're with him all the time. It's great. He's always doing weird shit.
Yeah, he shows out. Cool.
Yeah, it's a good one.
A little rewatcher filled. Oh, okay. Here, do we have both of them, Jer? Okay. So we downloaded, me and Nick D, probably a month ago, Magic the Gathering Arena. We attempted to play it. I got to like the third stage of the fucking introduction or whatever it's called. Right, Nick D, what do you call that? Demo thing.
Like a tutorial
thing, right? And I'll be honest, the movement of the game too, I don't know how Nick D's gonna feel. I honestly felt like it was really just like click on this, because especially in that tutorial, it was just like highlighting it for us. I didn't
Yeah.
even got to read what any of the fucking cards did. And I remember even saying that to Nick D. It's like, and I don't know if we if we needed to do more to get past that to where we were going to be able to do that, or what the fuck the whole deal was. But I got kind of, I remember I came home and I tried it that night for a little bit longer. And then another night, a few days later, I tried it again. Could not get past it. I still have it on my phone, although I do think at this point I'm going to delete it.
I think I still have it on my phone, even though I don't think I've opened it up since that day.
Yeah. Another thing about it is I think the pun intended, the magic of cards games
Oh shit.
is fucking partially opening it. And I don't know if this, because we never even got to that part,
It's gambling. Yeah, it's gambling.
even
for
had
sure.
that kind of gotcha fucking excitement moment of like opening the packs, which is part
Yeah.
of what cards really, a big part of it is the addiction to the gambling. It does look like you
They're
maybe
buying packs.
yeah, here it is right now as I'm saying it. Okay, let's see what they do. Hold on, chat. Okay, they just clicked on it and the cards came out. Okay. Well,
No. Was that a pack?
yeah, that was a pack. That was a pack. Then they clicked on it and it showed like 6 cards. And then it added it too, which is kind of similar to what Pokemon does. Although Pokemon, yeah, see, it rips and it comes out. Pokemon, you get to tear it on the top. You drag your, at least on your phone, you drag your finger across the
that's cool.
pack, and then the pack opens and your cards come out. It's kind of
Yeah.
similar to this.
Yeah.
Off tops, the thing about Pokemon is the game versus the Magic, and this is where my whole thing was going. Because then the other day I got an advertisement for this, and I was like, huh, that actually looks good. And I was like, oh, it's official, huh? So then I downloaded this, and the one thing off tops is that it's bright and colorful. Immediately, it's bright and fucking colorful, and that it's like almost like playing fucking Fortnite versus Call of Dudes. The bright and colorful kind of draws to me, especially as I'm wearing this bright and colorful sweatshirt tonight. That's just coincidental. But like,
I know what you're saying. Like, even just go back to the substance. Like, yeah, like
well,
it's
the
like
cards
when things are
themselves.
flashy, it holds my attention.
The
Like, yeah,
artwork on the
cards
cards,
themselves, yeah.
the drawing style
Yeah.
and stuff. And what I love about Pokemon cards, and this is a weird one too, some of the Pokemon cards even look stop frame. They look claymation and shit. Have you never seen those ones? Like, there's a bunch of different
Oh.
art styles that some of the Pokemon
Yeah,
are
yeah,
drawn
yeah.
in. I don't know if we'll see any of those in here, but like sometimes you'll get like there's like 3 versions of a Pikachu card, and
One
there's
will be,
3
like,
different fucking
animated,
art
one will be
styles. Yeah.
painted.
Like there's this
Yeah,
one that's
yeah,
like kind
yeah.
of like digital popping out at you with the things, and then there's the
Yeah.
OG one that's like a hand drawing like version. Whatever. I just think that the cards also seem more vibrant and fun to collect in this. Fucking, you switched over now to just is this
Just a card.
this is just the cards now.
Guys, 1,000.
Damn, look at that
Pokemon in
binder.
one binder.
That's crazy. And that's the thing too, is there's crazy cards now in Pokemon that I've never seen in shit. So point being, over the weekend I was fucking not feeling the greatest, and I was just laying on the couch. I downloaded this, and it kind of, Nick D, was exactly what we thought the Magic game was gonna be like, as far as the fucking just the way it played out. And the thing I like about this
Yeah.
too is that you can fucking like, you just like click and hold, and the card zooms in so you can fucking read it. There was just a few what do they call it when video games have it? Lifestyle changes or whatever. Like
Like UI change.
basic
yeah,
things
okay.
that like the Magic
Yeah.
card game needed to have that it didn't have, that I feel like the Magic card game, or my bad, the Magic card game didn't have that the Pokemon game does have. Like the being able to hold the card and it zooms in. And I don't know, Nick D, I don't want to talk too shitty on the Magic one because we didn't get that far into it. But that's part of the issue too, is like y'all turned us off. Like I wanted that day, we talked about it, we watched videos on it. I was all psyched.
Yeah.
And it just didn't hold my attention, where the Pokemon one, I got in and I've instantly been addicted. Every 24 hours, you get to open another pack. And I'm like,
Oh,
oh
wow.
man. Yeah, Nick. I'll tell you this, Nick. It's worth downloading. Give it a day or two. And it's a lot more fun and cool than like, I remember I downloaded Pokemon Go and played it for a few months when it first dropped. And now looking back on it, I was like, oh, that was kind of like wacky. This feels a lot like, I don't know how to even explain it. It's cool. It's like I'm collecting the fucking cards, but they're digital. I'm saving a bundle. I don't have to buy any of this.
It's scratching that itch.
It's scratching that itch a little bit of like, oh, okay, I can do this virtually. I don't know.
And you don't have to like. It's not the same as having to play the game. Actually, go into the weeds and try to catch a Pokemon. But you know what I mean? Like it's like a different. You're scratching the Pokemon itch without having to play a Pokemon game. And we're like, I'm collecting cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, no, but I've been playing the game too.
It's, for sure.
Because if you play the game, no, the card game. You collect the cards. You collect the cards in the card game, and then you have to play it to get more points to open more packs.
Are you playing real people? Or like...
There's like three or four different like modes. There's like tournaments and like there's like a beginner whole thing where it's actually like a lot more, in my opinion, fast paced and easier to like. Okay, they're showing me how to do this fast. And where you earn points and shit. And then there's one where it's like online, and you can either play with homies and type in your homie's name, which everyone, I'm hella _grip as I am on everything. And then there's another one where there's like get randomly chosen with, dude. And most of the people I've been chosen with, I think, are from Japan because they have the
Japanese cards.
No, the letters. I don't know.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's fucked up to me. It's just not. It's obviously it's not English. It could be Chinese. It could be Korean. I don't know what it is, but it's not. You know. But yeah, I've been playing random people and shit because like there's like events, and if dude in those rounds like you have to kill 3 Pokemon. Like dude, I remember that game now. And it's like it is a lot more of a basic bitch version than Magic. Magic's so much dice rolling and this, that, the other. Pokemon is such a child's version of that. But that's kind of cool because the gameplay's way faster. Like, I'm not fucking...
Yeah, you're not tripping, yeah.
You, like, roll and you're like, oh, I have this dope Pokemon. Oh, your Pokemon's water and I have lightning? Fuck you, homie. You're fucking dead. Or sometimes I'll go in the round and it's like, oh, they're fire and I have a grass deck. This is over. I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to let this guy roll me. Because, like, there's no reason... You know what I mean? Like, you... Whatever. Point being, if you know, you know.
For sure. Is this an app or is this on the Switch?
Yeah, it's app for free app. Yeah, I signed in with my Nintendo code because it's one of those ones where it's like, do you want to make an account or do you want to use your Apple account or do you have a Nintendo account? And I was like, oh, I already have a Nintendo, so I just logged in with my Nintendo account, and then I got an email from Nintendo being like, you logged into the Pokemon thing, which I was like, oh, that's cool. But so I don't think my Switch. I haven't turned my Switch on. But I don't think my Switch, or maybe I have. I don't think my Switch acknowledged that I even downloaded this. Why would it, you know?
Yeah.
But Nintendo knows I did, I guess.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, what's also interesting about all that, just to point out, boys, and you can see because there's the logos and stuff, it doesn't say, because it's a Pokemon company game. There's no Nintendo logos anywhere. Because Nintendo doesn't own Pokemon. They only own like 40% or whatever, or something like that. They don't own the whole thing. The Pokemon company is its own entity. Yeah, I didn't know that, Jared, for the longest time. I thought it was just a Nintendo product. It is not. Oh, I should have put this in the fucking chat too, real quick while we're talking about video games. Maybe you can Google this, Jerry. Disappointment. I think we talked about it on the show. The Florida announcement is not Zelda. It's fucking a Donkey Kong Land, and they made a whole video and announced a whole announcement like 2 days ago.
There's a Donkey Kong Land at
it's gonna
Universal?
Florida, Universal Florida. Remember, I think we talked about it on here that there was a rumor that it was going to be a Zelda Land. It turns out,
remember that.
Dude, they even released a full video on their YouTube channel. Nintendo did. So it's like official. Like they're making a Donkey Kong Land. Dude, why Donkey Kong over Zelda? That just seems ridiculous. I get that Donkey Kong...
I wonder if they're about to like really lean Donkey Kong. Like maybe there's like like on the Switch too. Like
there's many more Zelda fans than there are Donkey Kong fans. Like, when was the last good Donkey Kong game? It just seems bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even remember the last Donkey Kong I played that wasn't on Super Nintendo. I mean, I guess Diddy
Yeah,
Kong.
Donkey Kong Country. Yeah, it was like the last Diddy Kong Racing. Yeah, on
Yeah, Diddy Kong.
64.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Country is like
Yeah, I don't
the
know.
one, and that was Super Nintendo.
Maybe I wonder if like
And
Donkey Kong is like
weird
way
choice.
bigger in Japan than he is here. Like maybe it's like this makes more sense to them because they're like, yeah, like and maybe they're also just like, you know, Mario's our guy for sure, but like Donkey Kong was also there from the beginning. Like maybe
Yeah,
they
I
are
was
like
about to say, they're like, oh well, Donkey
these are
Kong
the
actually,
two.
yeah, it was Mario, Donkey Kong, and a female character of I don't know if she was supposed to be Princess Peach, but there was a female character, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, they're doing Donkey
Oh.
Schlong. I kind of was super surprised to see that. I thought people were dead on the money that it was going to be Zelda, but maybe maybe it's a slow build too. Maybe next is Donkey Kong, and then after that we'll get Zelda. By the time I go, they'll have everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause like, and maybe they're saving Zelda for like, and maybe they're like, yeah, you guys will get Donkey Kong. Like maybe like a different Universal or even like our Universal will be Zelda at some point in the future.
Our Universal's pretty tight, just size wise and everything. I think that's why if they have Florida, just like Disney World, they have a lot more room to expand. They can play around. But yeah, interesting stuff. How
many? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Nick.
I was just saying, how many other Universals are there? There's Florida, LA, Japan. Is there like a Paris?
I don't know.
Because it's like, yeah, maybe
China?
maybe there'll be a Zelda, maybe there'll be an F-Zero. I mean, I'm sure there will. They'll just have little lands at different parks or something.
A Metroid ride that's kind of like the Toy Story
Yeah,
ride.
that would be so
That'd
sick.
be
Like,
sick as
yeah,
fuck. All right, should we get into this tier listing?
sure.
Hold on one second. I'll be right back.
So there's two more. There's one in Singapore and one in Beijing.
All right, so yeah, I figured that was gonna be the case, Nick T. Tonight we're going to do a cuisine tier list. A lot of these we're not going to know, so we're just going to skip right past. Jerry is going to be on the second screen here, able to just pull up information on foods as we're
I
going.
can't see any
Maybe.
of this. Like, I can't. I'm starting to think I need glasses. I can't read. You guys are gonna. Oh, I can actually see it on the phone. American S. Hot dogs.
I mean, American,
back.
if we're considering American to be hot dogs and hamburgers, I feel like that's kind of bogus. But like, I feel like America, we take a lot of people's other cuisine and like make it ours and better, including pizza, as far as that's concerned. You know, so I feel like America's got to be at least A, if not S.
Yeah. Cheese zombies. Those are top
That might
tier.
be. That
I'd like
might
to see
be.
another country try to make those.
Because like hot dogs, isn't that German to begin with? Like that's not even fucking
Probably.
American.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
And it's like, can anyone rep sausage? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like, yeah. It's like, isn't that something I'll have?
All right, so
Andalusian. That's
yeah,
Spain.
Andalusian. I don't off tops. I don't really know.
I've never been to.
So let's see. Jerry's gonna pull us up on the other screen.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Argentina. I don't think I've ever had Argentina.
Is it Spain? Autonomous Community of Spain?
No. Oh yeah, Andalusian. Oh yeah, my bad. I didn't realize we were looking it up. I thought we.
So Spain, but I've had Spanish.
Yeah, I've never had Andalusian, so let's put that in. Never
heard of it.
Wait, but is it considering? Is it? Or do we hold on? Let me move here. Is there a Spain or Spanish, Sicilian. Because
I'm sure.
I had food in Spain that was hella bomb. What did they call it? Where they do the rice with the shrimp and shit on top.
Paella?
Yeah. Is that it? Is that Jer? Because then that's
No, I think that because I think I saw Spanish below. Like if you
okay.
go
Fuck
down,
it. Andalusians going in, never unfamiliar, never tried.
I mean, yeah, if we've never heard of it, we just need to go never heard of it. We don't.
Well, I was just saying,
Yeah,
like,
this
is
is-
Spain
that's
not have their own category?
Gazpacho.
get spot.
Okay, so what about this one?
I don't think I've ever
I've
had
never
it.
had.
Argentinian?
Oh, well, no. Well, is that this? No, I'm going to say I haven't. I don't think I've had it. I think what I'm thinking is Guatemalan. Our dad has a friend who has a restaurant in downtown Walnut Creek, and I'm like, wait, is that Argentinian? But I don't think.
I think
Dulce de leche, alfajores, empanadas.
yeah, I've had empanada. I was about to say I've had empanadas many of times.
Chimichurri.
Chimichurri is amazing too. I've definitely had.
I mean, if
Argentinian
we're
food.
going with like empanadas alone, S for me. A to S.
Let's go A because I do agree with you, Jer. But we're going off all the cuisine. They might even fall to B because we can't go just off empanadas. What was some of the other ones you named off though? Chimichurri. Chimichurri sauce is so fucking good on steak and shit. I didn't know that was
Yeah.
Argentinian. Yeah, we'll go A. We'll go A. Asian fusion. I mean, that's kind of American. I don't know, but like
I love
maybe
it.
it's
Yeah,
not.
like I love Asian.
I'm gonna go fucking or A. What do you boys feel?
That's fine. Yeah, as long as
Yeah,
it's
that's
high
fine.
up there.
All right, as the Australian and person that spent the most amount of time in Australia, I'm gonna straight just do it for all of us. It's an F, dude. Actually,
I was gonna say I've had Vegemite. I hated it.
here's the
I've
only.
smelled
Shit's
Vegemite.
way
I've never
too
eaten.
salty.
I'm gonna give them a C, and,
Way
and
too
let me say
salty.
why. I have not been to England. The closest thing that I've had to English food actually was with both of you, or Jer might not have been with us. Nick D, you were there. We were in Vegas and we had the fish and chips from what's that?
Oh yeah, Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay, and he's British,
yeah.
so that should count, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But
Those were great too.
they were great.
I had
But
those tacos.
But fucking all in Australia, when I was there, I've had the best fish and chips and seafood ever in Perth. It is amazing.
Yeah, I
so
can see them doing really good seafood.
I'll give them a C for that. But like everything else, and the one thing too about Australia,
and bloomin' onions.
it is no that fuck off, Dick T.
Pretty sure that's a thing.
The missing of not having Latino influences on anything, it definitely just like that's why America's got to be up in A here.
Do they have more Asian kind of stuff? Do they
Macadamia nuts.
A little bit, Nick T.
Pea and ham soup.
pea and ham? I think we just call that
Lemingtons.
split B.
And
Yeah.
they like
Pea and ham
like
soup.
pot pies.
Salt and pepper calamari.
Pot pies is a big thing, and then sausage rolls. I mean, obviously, it's a lot of like similarities to British cuisine. What's the one where you put the meat and then you have the bread outside? What the fuck? That feels like something Jerry you would make. You have the bread,
Fondue?
the bread coating on the
Oh
meat.
no.
Oh,
Tin.
That
Oh,
sounds like something
disgusting.
you would
That's
make.
oh,
offensive.
beef Wellington. Oh,
I'm not a big red meat guy. Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't either.
Um,
Bangladesh. I'm gonna go with.
Bangladesh. The only thing I've really had is samosas. That's like
Oh, that's Bangladesh.
and so again, I imagine that this, it's like unless there's another thing that just says Indian food, but I imagine it would be like Bangladeshi food. And so again, if that's the case, like I fucking love
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So
A,
I don't
A
know.
tier.
we're thinking A tier.
So what I'll say is I love
say-
it. So I would probably go with B or C, where it's like I like some, but some it's like, oh no, I'm not good. I might do the C for like what I like, really like AS, but it's like, yeah, I'm not necessarily eating it all. I'm not always.
That's how I
into
felt about
all the
Australia. Like
vegetables.
their fish and chips is the best, but everything else like Vegemite and all the other stuff, like I'm not even big on meat rolls and all that. Like that's what I'm saying. C. All right. What about this one?
Bavarian pretzel, top notch.
Dude,
I don't think I've had anything
cream
Bavarian.
pies. It's all just beef and cream and carbs.
Well, like this
It's
is where you get like the Wiener Schnitzel stuff, like pork rub.
Yeah.
This is like like Munich, like German, East European
Off
food.
brown shit. I love it. Yeah, I'd say A.
Schnitzel.
It's just so heavy.
Yeah, I'm personally not big on that, but
And then-
I'll go A.
And then I think
And so B.
Belgians Belgians like the
I was
same.
gonna say, yeah, I'd go with B where it's all good, but again, I'm not necessarily gonna get like pork knuckle or something.
Yeah. Like I went to Oktoberfest and had like a great, and then when I was in Brussels and shit like that, like it's all this kind of stuff, and I love it. Like when you're there, it's the best. Bengali. I don't think I've ever had Bengali.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Bengali is. Can we see some images? I mean, that soup looks good. Stew. I mean, all of that looks good. I'm feeling it. Ooh, is that a little
And
like kind of like chili Rihanna right here going
I've
on?
had biryani.
Okay.
Oh yeah, me too. I've had that. I think I think that's like a lot of the stuff we would just when we go to like an
Winston,
Indian
how you
restaurant.
doing, doggy?
I think it is a lot of like Bengalese, like Weston cracking. We're doing good. How you doing?
All right, so Ben, this stuff looks bomb. Like this kind of looks like the kind of shit I'd want to eat. I'm gonna go.
There should be like a would try.
I'm gonna go. We're gonna go.
Category.
We'll do.
Yeah, I'd guess.
Let's do D as our would
maybe,
try.
Like,
Then just put everything that we're willing to try in D. So C will be our like, I've had it and there's a few dishes I like it. B is one step above that. D is I would try it. F will be like I actually have had it and it tastes like shit, and then we'll go from there. All right, what about this next one? I've never heard of this.
I don't even know where Berber is. Yeah.
Yeah.
North Africa. Yeah, I don't think I've had it.
So we'll go for unfamiliar.
I'd try it. I'd try it though.
Now, Brazilian. I've had a Brazilian steakhouse, and if that's what we're talking about, bada bing, bada boom, this is definitely an A.
A-S.
Yeah, because the Brazilian
I
steakhouse
love
was
red
fucking,
meat. I love barbecue. So
it was
like,
pretty bomb, bro. I'm gonna put it top of fucking A right now. Oh, top of
Who
A
doesn't
right
love
now.
mangoes?
We're gonna go
and
with
shit like
S.
that?
We're gonna go
Just
S.
because it's like when you go to like a churrascaria, it's like most of those are like, oh, as many plates as you want to eat. Yeah, it's like that's legit, and the meat is good.
Meat's bomb, and yeah. All right, well, so we'll go S for now for the Brazilian steakhouse.
Because of the endless plates.
Yeah,
I can't think of any specific Bulgarian dishes, but I feel like I would love it. Like I'm pretty sure like it's like the same thing with like the whole like Hofbrau type.
I'm not. This one to me, Jared. Can we pull some other images? This image they're showing isn't getting me right now. So let's see what Jerry's got over here. Kind of looks like it's got some Greek influences, Middle Eastern. I'd be down to try it.
Yeah,
I'd be down to try it.
Eastern
You know what?
Europe. Yeah, I'd be super down.
I could put it in D
I
for
love
down to
Dolma,
try
yeah.
it, but I have no references right now.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
don't think I've tried it
pierogies
either.
and stuff. Like
Now Cajun. Now I
top tier ass.
I went to the South last year. I fucking love it. I would say, personal opinion, to me, this is also Americana. Like, I think
Yeah.
American food.
French and American.
Yeah,
Like, why is
yeah.
it just called French fusion? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Or Southern fusion.
This to me is definitely Cajun is maybe even over Brazilian. Some fish and chips.
Personally, I eat Cajun way more than
oh man, well, me and BK, we used to go to Louisiana fish and chips all the effing time, as you know, Jerry. And that place probably should have got shut down. Like it was not the best in quality, but man, did I love it. Yeah, so Cajun's gonna go up in S right now. All right, here we go.
I like banh mi. Or is that Vietnamese? I don't know if I've had.
It's not Cambodian, pal. I don't think I've had Cambodian food.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I'd try it though.
we're
I
willing.
mean, maybe I've had like a curry and didn't realize it, but like, yeah, I've never like specifically set out to a.
All of the Asian ones, I'm kind of down to give it a shot. Not that one with the snake right here that Jerry's got on the screen, but I don't know if you're seeing that.
The one
second photo from the bottom here. Was that a fucking snake?
Yeah, I see that now. yeah. Burmese food. Oh man, do I love Burmese food?
Yeah, Burmese food is great.
So good.
So we're gonna put this under try it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cambodian. All right, now Chinese. Or no, Canton. Okay. Is this dim sum?
Which is like a region, right? So it's like this is like a part of China. So it's like I would say like A tier.
Well, let's.
But again, I only know American Chinese. I've never had Chinese
which is 3 over, Nick D.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess I would try it.
Yeah, this is like dim sum stuff. I really like this. A lot of this.
Dim sum's my
I
favorite.
like a lot of this stuff. But I don't know if it was like super authentic. If I would be as yeah. I mean, I'd go. I would go. I feel like I've had Cantonese. I would go fucking CB.
Yeah, I think for me personally, I'd do the C of like some are good, some are
Yeah.
like I think more
Yeah.
restaurant wise. If you go to a good place, it's good, but it's like I
I
don't know.
agree. We'll go with that. All right. I don't know what the fuck this next one is.
Mm,
It sounds Latin, probably Spanish. La Mancha.
yeah, Spain. Manchego.
I love
Oh,
manchego.
Manchego
I love.
cheese.
Oh, so
I would give it S just for that.
is
Manchego's like
this
my favorite.
Gazpacho.
so is this more like traditional Spanish food that I'm thinking of then?
I think it's like a region.
Maybe.
Like I don't think you know what I mean. It's like how like you wouldn't say Cajun's like
Yeah,
traditional
I'm not.
food. It's like
I'm
it's
seeing these
a
places that Chair's
traditional
show, and
Mexican food.
I'm not too familiar with this. For me, it would be.
I
I would
don't.
try it. I don't. Are you? What are you boys saying?
I feel like there's literally going to be none that I would.
I don't know. I don't like gazpacho.
Well, yeah, I don't mean like
And
like
it's
but
like
like region. Like I'd be like, oh, I'd try it. Like yeah, I don't know if I'd try their gazpacho.
I don't know.
I put it on
Again, I've never
I've
tried
never
it.
tried.
So,
Yeah.
that's what I would.
All right,
yeah,
Chinese North American.
A or S. I'd love to.
A, yeah. I mean, that's I feel what we grew up on. That's like the probably less authentic
So we're
Chinese,
cool.
I assume.
We're
But
cool with just putting
again,
that in A immediately.
nostalgia, baby.
I had Chinese food and Indian food in Italy, and they were very different from what I'm used to for
Yeah.
Indian. So it's like, yeah, it does make a difference.
Okay.
Mhm. That's like Greek
Never.
food, I imagine.
This one is.
I love Greek food.
I saw Greek is
I
on.
imagine
Is
that's
it
like
Cyprus?
for
Right here.
Cyprus.
I don't. Yeah. So I'm not familiar. But if it's just another version of
If
Greek,
it's like
I'm
Greek
down
though,
to.
I'm down.
I'm down to put in at least the C or
I think it's like
the D. Try it.
North African.
Oh, okay.
It's like I think it's both. It's probably like a Greek, African influence. I'll try it.
I
Yeah, I'd
I
try it
put it
for
in the
sure.
try. All right, so let's go to this one then.
What is it? Because it's weird on the Czech.
Check, yeah, check. My bad.
I like Czech food.
I've never
I
had
would
Czech
probably
food.
do like again, I feel that's where you get like what's it called? Like sausages, a lot of sausages and stuff. Let's see. Who's the one that has like Spätzle? I fucking love Spätzle.
I want to say German, right? Because
Oh
I
no.
associate Spätzle.
But well, like Eastern Europe. This is, I mean, that's
Yeah.
Spätzle right there.
Because
But
yeah,
like
because
whole thing.
I'm sure
This
all
I
of
would,
Eastern Europe would be like you're wrong,
So
but
maybe-
yeah, like all of that, like Bavaria.
They have their
for
own.
me,
They
I'd
all have
pop
their own.
this up into like B.
B.
A-ish. Like it's super
We'll go
good.
B.
Like yeah, I love the sauces on this.
All
DJ's
right.
Bistro over in Concord, super good.
Danish now. We're on Danish.
The pastries are good.
Weston's got a job that he started, Carl. Congratulations, bro. That's cool as shit. Where are you working?
I start work tomorrow. Oh, nice, Weston. Congrats, doggy. I started my own Discord. 31 members. Wow, look at you, man. You're Mr. Popular, aren't you? All right, so Danish boys. What are we thinking?
I mean, I imagine it's a lot of like fish, right? I don't know if I've had Danish food.
Yeah.
If we're being
Yeah, I don't know if I've had it.
I'd be
and
unfamiliar, never tried, and I don't know if I'd be like go out of my way to try it. I do like those cookies.
So I'm into the pastries. It's I'm not into like smoked fish or
Oh, I
raw
love
fish.
smoked
So it's like
fish.
for me,
Ooh,
that's where I would be less interested. But like
that's
all this other stuff looks good.
all right. We're gonna go. We're
So,
gonna
but
go
I would
under.
still try it.
We're gonna
I'd still
the
try it.
smoked fish is yeah.
Dude, Tubes likes to smoke fish.
I love the smoked fish, as we all know.
Wow,
I can get down.
Yeah.
I can
eating all of these Tootsie Rolls.
All right, Dominican. I've never had Dominican
I
food.
bet it's awesome.
I bet it's
I've had
awesome.
Caribbean.
Yeah, I've
Yeah, I
never
bet
had.
it's
I've never had a
awesome.
Caribbean either, Nick D.
Oh, you'll love it.
I've never
the
had
best.
Egyptian. To be honest, the next one up that the only one I've had, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna say at least it would go under at least C for me is El Salvadorian.
Yeah, I've had El Salvadorian. Sure.
Karina really likes the Dominican food around us.
You probably have a lot more of that out there in the East Coast, huh? New York and shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what are you
Bunch
saying,
of Caribbean places near us.
Jerry? You're Mr. Caribbean.
What does
For
Karina give
me-
it? Ask Karina.
She's sleeping. She would give it like an A. I would give it like the C, where it's like hit or miss for me. Is probably solid, I guess. C or
Okay.
B is probably fine.
We'll go under C. Some dishes are great. Other ones are whatever. Egyptian. I know I've never had Egyptian food. I don't even know if I've seen an Egyptian
neither.
restaurant.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
like
know, a lot of
I don't
these,
even know
that's-
where I would have it.
That's my issue with a lot of this is that I have not seen a restaurant. And if we could think of a food that like has carried over that we all eat that is Egyptian, I'm willing to give it a better tier here. But
Yeah. I don't think I've had Egyptian either.
so we're gonna go under never
but
tried.
I'd-
Now El Salvadorian, Nick T, am I tripping that restaurant up by the Pleasant Hill Bar? Isn't that El Salvadorian? It's on the corner right there
Oh.
by P Hill Bar.
Or no.
Pupusas.
Yeah,
Cheers.
or El
Pupusas.
Salvadorian.
What is Lima? What is? Peruvian. I think it's
Oh,
Peruvian.
that's Peruvian. Okay.
Yeah.
El
I think that might-
Salvadorian.
Like pupusas.
There's an El Salvadorian
Yeah.
restaurant in Todos
Somewhere,
Santos. Todos Santos.
Yeah, I was gonna say that there's most definitely one like
Um,
within like 5 miles. Yeah.
I would say it's definitely topped of this tier, if not B.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I think the pupusas are its staple, but I honestly think the
Mhm.
rest of their dishes aren't. I could have regular Mexican. I know that sounds kind of horrible, but I
No,
think
I mean,
I think
that's-
pupusa is
it's also
kind
just,
of
like, what's, like,
the
around.
fucking thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think I've had their
Yeah.
tamales, and I don't think their version of tamales is actually as good as the Mexican tamale. But that, hey, and I think I had something that they did with plantains too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Love
they do a lot of
plantains.
plantains. So I
Lots
will
of
say that I do
plantains.
like how they do plantains.
Yeah, they do
I
do
do
really good
enjoy it.
plantain. Yeah, you're right.
Speaking of the
go
Dominican
B.
Republic, I love Cuban. So if it's anything Cuban,
We'll get to Cuban. We'll get to Cuban, Nick D. Because Cuban food. Yeah.
fucking. Yeah.
What's the fucking Cuban sandwich? The
Oh.
Cubano.
yeah. I mean that alone.
Well, isn't there also one that starts with an S? There.
All right. Well,
I don't know.
we're on English.
I've never had English food.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
think
I've never been to
besides
I
England.
have.
pub food.
Fish and
have.
chips. I
Pub
love
food.
fish and chips. Yeah.
I mean, I like
Yeah. Pub. Yeah. Pub food. Pub food. I like
English
pub
food and Australian food are fucking. I honestly think are identical, and a lot of that stuff is like things that like family members, like my grandma would make, that were like traditional English dishes and shit. And I personally hate it from growing up. I
You
would
should
put
rate
it
it then, because I've never.
like I do like the breakfast, the big breakfast thing, whatever. But like, I'd put it right next to Australia, where it's like, it's not even this. Like it's, I don't know. I can't. Even, if you guys have it, you'd know. It's almost like they're just missing the seasonings. And like what Jerry's showing right there, I don't like any of that. I don't want fucking peas and mashed potatoes and all that. Like, actually, now Jerry's showing all that, I almost want to go fucking D or F. It's gonna go F. Fuck them.
Tubes isn't into it.
There's a reason we threw the T into the water.
Yorkshire pudding, Christmas pudding, steak and kidney pie, bangers and I like bangers and mash. People
Love
like
bangers.
shepherd's pie.
Holy shit.
Shepherd's pie.
Love
Yeah,
Trifle.
shepherd's pie.
yeah none of this is doing
Fish
it
and
for me. All right, well,
chips.
our next one. We got to move it and shake it here, boys. What time are we at?
I've been to
but
Ethiopian
wait,
restaurants
I
and
don't
I've been to
have
Eritrean restaurants. To
40.
me, they're kind of the same thing. So I would lump both of these.
Yeah.
Addie loves this shit. I've never had it. So
I
We
think it's one of those things, and I could be wrong. I think you're either gonna love it or hate it. Like I kind of imagine there's not really much middle ground. Like I love Eritrean.
it doesn't look appetizing to me. I don't
Like
really have a desire.
Simone would hate it because Simone doesn't like sour shit, and this is like there's a lot of like that sour bread. Or well, I guess he doesn't like
yeah.
sour, but
The
I don't know. Maybe Simone would like it.
no.
It's very distinct though. It's
Yeah.
like it's
For
very
me, I'd put it under D. I'd be willing to give it a shot, but I have a gut
yeah.
feeling that I might not be a huge fan of it. But Nick,
I think you would find something you would
Yeah.
like. Yeah, either D or
Yeah, because
C.
it's
I think
because it's stewed meats
like
and
mid tier.
potatoes and carrots. Like it's even though it's like African, it's not that far off from like the Eastern European stuff of like it's stewed meat, veggie, bread. They're just their bread is different. So yeast,
all right, Filipino.
I don't know. Love it. Lumpia,
Yeah, I mean
garlic noodles.
lumpia alone
I
bumps
don't
it
want
up
to.
for me.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge on garlic
Jollibee.
noodles, but there are a few. Okay, see, Jollibee's where it loses me because then that's like their weird version of American food. It's fucking some of it looks so creepy
One
to me.
and one of the like I had one of their burgers. Legitimately one of the worst.
Yeah,
That was like legitimately one of the worst burgers.
I think Filipino out of all the different Asian foods, it's kind of the lowest on the totem pole. I'd be fine with going BC, the top C.
You know what's interesting? I'd almost think you would have gone the other way because there is so much Spanish, like it's like Asian Spanish that I almost
But
thought you would have been more down.
because it's almost like Nick, like they don't do it like it's not enough Mexican to win me over. I know what you're saying because it definitely have Spanish, but it's not close enough to Mexican food, and it's not close enough to like when I want like Asian food, I feel like Thai or Japanese or even Korean barbecue. You know, like those
Yeah.
are probably my three main go tos, even over Chinese. Like I'd probably go Thai, then even Korean, and then
Yeah,
like sushi and all that with the Japanese. You know what I'm saying? So I would say, and then
and
then you got
100%.
Chinese too. And so it's like Filipino, like other than what did you say? Lumpia. Lumpia is like to me is the one thing they got going. But like even that, I can have a good spring roll from a Japanese spot that might compete. We're getting really into the fucking nitty gritty here.
Yeah.
Let's just put Filipino in the bottom of B. No offense to them.
Okay.
Now we're on French. Now here's my thing about the French. We all know they make fucking fantastic food, but they're so pretentious and douchey about it that I'm not gonna put them in S, and I almost don't even want to give them A. But they're probably
Right to
close
F.
to A.
Right to F.
But here's the
Yeah.
thing, Nick D. That's insanity because the croissant alone is just a gift from the gods, and is not French invention. Jerry,
I
you're
want
Mr.
to say
French.
so.
Yeah.
The croissant is their thing, right?
Mhm.
Beignets,
But and not only that,
fucking
but like
Bernier sauce.
even when it comes to like they've perfected a lot of Italian dishes and shit. Like Italy came up with stuff, but I feel like even the French took some of that and ran with it. You feel me? So I don't know, like French do, but they're so douchey about it.
I mean, it's probably B because again, it's like a little like the American thing of like they have a few things of their own, but they do just take other recipes, other cuisines,
like,
and like
high
said,
end
sort
it.
of improve. Or
Yeah.
that is like it. Realistically, it's like a B. Like it is really good,
It's
but
top
it
of
is
B
a thing of
though.
like I don't know. They're not doing too much.
But the bread and the
Our
meat,
aunt,
they
yeah,
did like. But then again, it's like didn't the Italians kind? I don't know. Like when I think of French, I think of like a ham and brie, like Sammy, toasted, hella nice and shit. You know, fucking
I think like escargot.
or
Yeah,
escargot, which I like escargot.
I think
My
it's
our
really good.
cousin makes ratatouille and like how like like when you have like Simone's always talking about like you have a homemade thing and it kind of ruins like restaurant things. Like every ratatouille I've ever had is kind of like a C minus because for me the first ratatouille I ever had, my cousin who's French made and it can't be touched. Like it's the best ratatouille, better than restaurant shit. And it's like it's just the way a normal person, French person.
Yeah,
She's not like a chef. Like yeah,
yeah.
German S tier.
I mean, yeah.
Well, maybe A. Where would we put like the
German's got to
Same
be
sort. Yeah.
German's got to be top of A, right underneath America.
Yeah.
Right, like because the hot dog, the hamburger, all of that is such like
Pretzel.
yeah, like that's all like
Pretzel,
sausages, sauerkraut, all that. Like yeah,
With the strudel he's eaten in Inglorious Bastards, that
yeah,
was so delicious.
yeah. I mean, America really.
Wait for the cream.
America really. I don't get how America's even. We don't.
They're
really,
in France.
They're in France, and
At
I
that
also
point.
think. I also feel like that's like a Bavarian dish, right? Like,
all right. So what's
strudel?
this? What's this one here? I don't.
It's African from Ghana. I've never
Okay.
Yeah, I've never
had it. I would for sure try it though.
Ghanaian food.
I'm
Bet it's dope.
All right, Greek International. There's 2 Greeks here.
Never had it. Well,
So what,
I've
like-
had Greek food in Italy, and that was bomb.
I had Greek.
That was
So
bomb
is that
shit.
Greek International? So like, yeah, is that
Yeah.
like euros and stuff then? Like,
I guess.
Yeah, I think when they're saying Greek here, or wait, are they saying when you're having like is like Nick's?
Nick the
Gyros.
Greek, but I had Greek.
Is
I
that-
had knockoff Greek food like kebab style, or whatever, even in Barcelona, and it was bomb as fuck. I'm
So A.
I'm
Put both of them
I'm
in
gonna put
B or A or wherever.
I mean, a Greek food to me? I don't know if we're going Greek International or just Greek, but one of them might be S.
Yeah,
A
put one in
Greek
S and one in A.
salad.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. There's a lot of Greek stuff that I just
Olive oil and cucumber
olives in general,
salads, like
just
a
eating
fucking-
just olives and shit. Like
yeah, dude, I love olive.
I
Yeah,
don't
put them
know.
both in A or S or whatever.
I don't know. I'm gonna go AS on that. How do you feel, Jerry?
I don't care.
Okay, we'll move on then. If Jerry said fuck no, then I'd care.
for-
All right, what about this one?
Isn't this also French?
Yeah. Haute cuisine. I mean, that's a French word. That's just like, yeah, I don't know, high cuisine. I would probably put that mid tier. It's always good,
Well-
but it's expensive and you don't get that much.
I
Well, but shouldn't we put it in S because we're acknowledging this is like the best
yeah,
of French cuisine?
Is that
Like,
yeah?
with-
That's just
No,
the,
I wouldn't. That's what they're saying. I wouldn't say that. I would much prefer regular French food than like high-end cuisine.
The thing is,
Yeah.
I've only had high-end cuisine maybe 3 times in my life, where it's like they bring out you have like 6 plates, and they bring out the little plates to you with the small dishes and all that.
Like French laundry.
Yeah, I've only had that a couple of times, and it's always a cool vibe, and I know what you're saying, Jared, but like by the end of it too, you're not even like full. I'm more like I'm blown away by the things they've shown me, but it's not like a fuck, bro. I've had a good burrito and been more. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. So I'm with you,
Yeah.
Jared. I'm with you. I do like that vibe though. I'd say B.A. We'll say top of B
Okay.
next to French. We'll put it right in front of the French. Keep them together. I mean, we haven't had a heavy hitter
This is
yet.
this is some of my favorite Chinese stuff. But Hunan, I think, is a region. I think it's a region that really leans into spice. So like your Mongolia. But like I think it's your General Chow. I think it's your spicy Chinese.
Okay,
I-
so that's probably the
really
shit
like
I
this
like
sh-
too. I remember I used to go to Hunan, the restaurant.
Yeah. And I think
Mhm.
it's like that's where they grow the best peppers or something. So it tends to be the spicy.
So top of A, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Somewhere in A. Because even when I get Chinese, I tend to lean into this stuff a little bit more.
The fuck? There we go. Okay, our next one.
I've literally never even
heard of it.
seen that word. I'd try it though.
African?
Just find out where it is. Yeah, probably. It looks Asian, but maybe it is African. Is that a tortilla or is that that's a
It's just
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
South-
Okay.
Nigeria.
Southern Nigeria. South Nigeria.
I'd try it.
Jared, would you try it?
Calais. Nah.
I mean, I would try anything if it came up, but
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly. Like
trying
yeah,
it
like-
to me almost feels like I'm gonna go out of my. I don't know. All right,
No, I'm weird about like
I've never
like
had it.
mushier textures. So
yeah, that's
That's
why.
like
Yeah,
yeah.
I
And
feel
actually, like I
Ethiopian
said,
kind of food is like the limit for me in a
oh
way.
yeah, it's a lot of goops. Yeah, a lot
yeah,
of
that's why I'm not like super into some of the African foods. It's a little too mushy for me.
Yeah.
Indian International. Is this like
like, like I
American
said, I had
Indian
Indian.
food?
That's my
Well,
guess is I feel like when they do the international, it's like just kind of any other country that's not
Whitewashed.
them making their version. Well, but like again, it's the same thing how you were saying like, well, I mean, I guess it's still white. But like the English, like the British Indian food versus American Indian food,
Yeah.
that's my guess is when they put international, it's like whatever country you're in, your version of this cuisine.
oh, well then,
But
I
then,
don't
but
know.
then, but
I
then,
don't know.
then over here, Jerry, they have Italian American, which is like, okay, well then Italian American should be over Italian, in my
Well,
fucking opinion. But and I've been to Italy.
so like I don't know because I would. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. I
We'll get
guess
there. We'll get
I'm
there.
trying
All
to think of
right.
like a good.
So what are we doing with Indian International?
well, I think
I
we
like
should just
Indian.
count it as our Indian food because there is no Indian one. So let's just count it for like if we're going to like Sargon.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, fuck
I
it.
would
Like
count it as our.
Indian food's a solid B.
It would rate higher for me, but I'm fine with it being a B. Like I don't care. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
like that's not like an offense to me.
yeah. I like Indian
Yeah,
food. I have it
yeah,
pretty probably once a month, if not more.
yeah.
Um,
Exactly. It's one of those things that I have it more often than I realize. Yeah,
yeah,
I love Indian.
but I like a lot of it. But then there's some of it I've had that I'm like I'm not the hugest fan of some of the like Gorzonzo bean like dishes and stuff. Um,
That's
but there's
fair.
definitely some stuff the curries and stuff that I really enjoy. So I'd say
Yeah.
B. Jerry,
Yeah, that's
fair.
fine.
All right,
Yeah.
Indonesian.
I like it. I mean, I put it right up there with like Thai and Burmese,
That's
and
what I was
like
gonna
it's
say.
like I like.
Indonesian
Yeah,
and
like
Thai
I like
kind of
it.
seem the same thing to me,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I've had Indonesian food.
Yeah, I'd say D. Like I've tried immediately. Like if you tell me where there's an Indonesian spot, I'm down. But I don't think I've had it. Nick, you've had it? Had it?
I think. Well, because I think when you go to like a Thai, like I've been to like Thai restaurants where there's like an Asian part of the menu. So it's like I think it's I would almost just put Thai and Indonesian together. Maybe someone would be like that's really
Well,
wrong and offensive.
we have a tie later.
Yeah, like I think they're like the same thing. I could be wrong, but I
We'll put
like
it.
aren't they even like really close to each other? Are they
Where'd it
bordering each
go?
other?
Did I leave it? We'll put it in D for now, only because we have Thai, and we'll rate Thai way higher. So
Okay.
we'll do that for now, because I'm down to try that. I would love to see if there's any real difference. All right, Irish. I don't know shit.
I love Irish.
I didn't even realize Irish was different than British food. But so like, what is Irish?
All the shit you mentioned, it's bangers and mash and pot pies and sausage. And I love it. I've never had English food, but I fucking love it. Like
what am I
for
thinking?
me, it legit is specifically
Corned
shout
beef
out
and
to
cabbage.
is it like the Rising Phoenix? There's an Irish pub Irish pub restaurant in SF by SFSU that I used to go to all the time, and it's so fucking.
All right, we'll go B.
But again, it's just comfort food. It's just potatoes and meat and stewed. Yeah.
Jerry, you got anything?
No. It's the same as English food to me.
Yeah. I'd say both of these are S for me. Like maybe Italian's better than Italian American, but they're
I don't
both S
think
for
it
me.
is. I mean, maybe
yeah, like I never
Like
had a
the
bad meal.
only example I can think of is like how we make Alfredo is like they don't do Alfredo in Italy. You know, they do like cacio e pepe and like they're not adding cream and shit. So, and then like I just saw like bolognese and chicken parmesan, I guess, are Italian American, where taking Italian flavors and techniques but mixing it with American ingredients and stuff.
Makes sense. Yeah.
I think our pizza, like I had a bunch of pizza over there. Obviously, I didn't eat every pizza spot and shit, but I think our pizza's fucking better, man.
Yeah, then you get like the Chicago pizza, Detroit, blah blah blah. So it's like I guess that's the Italian. Yeah, I don't know.
Italian American, like I feel like we've ran away with it. Like I had great food in Italy. Don't get me wrong, it was amazing.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, part of it is I live here, so I've been to a hella nice Italian restaurants, especially in Little Italy and SF and shit, where it's like I've had bomb food. I guess I just didn't go to the right places in Italy. I don't know. I'm gonna go. We'll say we're Americans. We're gonna put Italian American in fucking S, and Italian in. Well, you know what? We'll just fucking put them next to each other. Because like, what really is the difference? There's so many. Like
Yeah.
especially in New York, like it's
And-
all Italian immigrants that came from Italy to
Yeah,
America and then made fucking
exactly.
food, and then the generations.
And
have been
I'll
doing it for
say this
years.
too. Where I was the best, literally the best sandwich I've ever had in my life. I was just a train station sandwich in Italy. That the guy had a little bakery and it was just meat, cheese, and bread, no
Yeah,
condiments, no
yeah.
vegetables. And I
I-
was like, holy shit! And that's not like Italian. That's just an American sandwich made with an Italian ingredients.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
No, no, for sure.
yeah.
Jamaican. I've had Jamaican food.
Same thing. Love it. I
I
love it.
I think
It's like Korea. Oh, that's what the Caribbean. I think if you like, however you feel about Jamaicans, probably how you feel about.
I think Jamaicans a C. Some dishes are cool, but altogether, I don't think everything's a hitter. Like I'd go here. There's some good food.
Yeah.
Just not everything's a hitter. Japanese is S tier, and like I feel like the Japanese too. They're doing them a disservice because they're just showing a bowl of ramen, but there's so much different.
Yeah.
Like, are we talking sushi? Are we talking about all the different other types of seafood? Like, there's so much different.
All the different kind of Kit Kats. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's so much to be said. It's clearly it's S. It might even be close to the top. I don't know. Cajun give it a run for his fucking money. European Jewish. Now, are they talking about like the Sammys and shit, like New York style, or no, Jerry?
I don't fucking know. I didn't make this.
Well, you're in New York, bro.
I don't fucking know, pal. I've never had it.
Never had it.
Yeah, like I don't really
Like Katz's
know
Deli or whatever,
what-
or is that's L.A., huh? I'm tripping.
No, that's here.
Okay, that's New York. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's a Jewish deli, but I don't know if that's like again,
European.
Like
Yeah.
if that's like sure they make a cool sandwich.
Yeah.
If that's what it is, but it is a bit of like so it says like noodle, kugel, challah bread.
Ooh, dude, yeah, kugel is the fucking best dessert pasta.
These balls, dumplings, bread dumplings.
I love again.
Yeah.
Like I in a weird way I like a lot of. Or what are we doing? Jewish food? What are we doing?
Yeah. European Jewish food.
Yeah.
European Jewish.
I got a lot of Jewish friends. Shout out to my Jewish, and they're like I grew up eating their food, and so I love kugel. I love dumplings. I love matzo ball
Latkes.
soup. I love latkes and cream cheese. So yeah, Jewish food for me top tier. Israeli food, same thing, top tier. Baklava. I always thought that was Greek, but
We'll go B.
yeah.
Or babka.
You guys should try
I think
kugel
that's
though. You should try
babka,
kugel.
babka.
It's like cinnamon pasta, cinnamon egg.
I've never had it. But
Oh.
maybe
Shout out to Slarg's mom Renee. Makes the best kugel I've ever had. With
Right. This I have no idea what the fuck this is.
Yeah,
I don't even know how
I
to
don't
say
even know
that.
what that is on the plate.
Yeah.
What are we even looking? Let's give it. I'll try it though. Good.
Wow, the same
Good.
fucking images came up. That image right over there is the literal same image was there.
That's fun.
Oh no, I don't like the way this.
I don't
looks.
like how the way
Makes me
this
uncomfortable.
is. Yeah,
It
this
looks
is,
like a snail.
this is
Yeah.
looking like something out of a fucking
It
Terrifier
looks like a
movie.
bloomed, like
This
a
is-
blooming onion, but it's just like I don't know. I feel it's
Yeah.
fish, and so for it to look that way is like
Well, let's
I'm-
just
I
move on.
can't.
Let's just
I'm not
fucking
used
move
to
on.
that.
It's our first F
Yeah, there's
negative
its little
for
mouth.
creepy photo.
That's like a
Sorry, homies, you fucked up. All right,
This looks like it's going to be like either super Eastern European or just Middle Eastern. I feel like it's
totally.
one of
Just
the
by
two.
the image, huh, Nick D?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. I'd try it. I like Middle Eastern food.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah, I'd try it for sure.
I tried for sure, but look, can we get? Is there any other images? What to see here, folks?
Meats, breads.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah, I don't know. They're not. I wouldn't, but that's fine. These pictures aren't winning me over.
All right, your boy. I would say Korean is at least an A, if not S.
I agree. 100. Korean's up there.
I'd say it's a kind of a top tier.
It's one of those things when you're like, I want Asian food. I've got like an Asian craving, but I want meat. You go Korean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And kimchi just alone. Kimchi
Yeah,
pancake,
yeah.
bro.
Like if
you
you,
fucking kidding me, bro? Get out of here.
yeah, dude, for real, love kimchi.
And on the all you can eat, the doof spots themselves, the all you can eat Korean joints, that alone,
For real.
that alone. All right, so let's move on.
Same thing with like Kazakhstan. Like I would try it for sure. Kurdish.
Kurdish,
I feel like it's
Never had it.
I bet it's very similar. But I would try it. And then is the other one Laos? Lao? Oh yeah.
yeah, no, that doesn't look.
Which I imagine is like Vietnamese food, right?
It's not looking super appealing to me. I don't know. This Kurdish food.
Yeah, I'm good off Kurdish.
I'm kind of good off it. Nikki.
Cool.
It's looking a little weird. Lao's looking more interesting for me.
I mean, I bet
It
it's
looks
like
just
you
like
know,
Thai
like
foodish.
Thai.
Yeah. What's that, Jerry?
brioche.
Bugs.
Yeah, that's me checking out on this then. With the
I don't think
bug
I'll eat the
plates.
bugs, but I'll get down with everything.
Lao.
Yeah, it's whatever. Wherever you put, like.
All right,
other- yeah,
what about
yeah,
Lebanese?
That's fair. Yeah, I'm not familiar.
I feel like Lebanese. I've
like,
heard good things about Lebanese food.
I like
Wasn't
Lebanese food.
You like Lebanese?
wasn't Yala or was that Greek? Wasn't Yala Lebanese?
Oh
think
yeah,
so,
yeah.
might have
You're
been.
right. It was
Yeah,
Lebanese.
so,
yeah,
yeah,
I like Lebanese.
yeah,
food,
so-
yeah,
They
Yeah, it's a
do
lot- it's very Greekish.
falafel, or
Yeah,
is it-
yeah.
Yeah.
it's very similar.
I'm into
yeah.
it.
It's
Yeah,
at least a
I
B.
like it.
We'll go B at least
Yeah. That's
because we
fair.
have Greek and A. We'll go. It's a kind of a knockoff.
Yeah.
All right. Now is this the wraps that I'm actually thinking of? I think this might be the
That's
one.
Whoa. We know we're looking.
that's like
what
a
that is.
shawarma.
Yeah,
I want to try this pink thing though. What is this pink
this
thing?
I
Sorry,
think is
wait.
what I had in Barcelona.
Oh, that's shawarma. That's what that is. I was like, dude, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. Okay. Yeah, shawarma's
The
great. Fuck yeah.
Lithuania thing?
No, not
Yeah, yeah.
Lithuania. I don't know.
That looks like the Simpsons thing.
The
it looks like
Lithuania thing
Simpsons
is creeping
donut.
me out. Yeah, this I like. What how do you say that?
Levantine.
Levantine I like.
Lithuania?
Levantine I like.
Levantine?
Levantine. Yeah, yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Levantine. Okay, now
I want a big old bowl of this purple stuff.
I don't know, Nick D. You're
It's like beets. That's like
I want a
borscht or
big
something. That's
old
like
bowl of this
beet
stuff.
soup or something.
I want it to be sweet. I'm
Fuck
hoping.
you,
I thought that was
Nick
like a dessert. Dude.
No, that's a soup. No, that's potatoes.
I
next
was
to
really
it.
hoping it was like
That's like
frosting.
a cold soup.
Yeah,
I thought that was like a bun that you dip your
It's got like
frosting.
sour cream on the top. It's not. It's fucking.
I think that's white frosting. That's vanilla. It's cherry.
white frosting. Get the fuck out of here.
I would try it. I would like to see what else they have. I would
Cold
try it.
beet soup.
Okay.
Jerry, what are you doing with this?
I don't like beets.
Off that
I'm not
soup
a fan of
alone,
beets.
no, I'm good. I'm not eating a cold beet soup, but again, I feel there is other Lithuanian. Let me see real quick.
I'm
I
sure.
feel it's
I'm
gonna be
sure.
similar to like the Eastern
Bavarian.
European.
Yeah,
type.
exactly.
Yeah,
So-
that it's like I'm sure it's fine. I would probably put it in C, if anything.
Okay.
Because yeah, the soup is not winning me over like at all.
All right, we'll move it up to C.
I mean, yeah, I'm not tripping. I don't care.
He's going next to
Is that
Australia
okay? Yeah. like
purely
that.
because they picked that fucking photo. They fucked themselves. It's going next to Australia.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the tier. That's the food image fault, not mine. So that's where we are. Okay. All right. Our next one is Louisiana.
Louisiana Creole. Like I don't
Same
know.
with
This is like
Cajun.
just-
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
They're going regionally. Yeah.
yeah, but
like,
that's like
same
the
with like
same.
Malay. Is it like Malay the same as like Thai? Well, we're thinking Malaysian. So yeah, S for me.
Yeah,
Louisiana
that
Creole.
Louisiana Creole is like the same.
It's more French than Cajun. I think it skews more French than it does Southern. And I'm like, I'm down. You're just messing with
We'll
ratio.
put it at the bottom of A.
Yeah.
Malay.
And same thing with like Malay. Malay, isn't that just Thai? Like Malaysian? Like to me, that's also wherever we put Thai.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had it.
I've never had Malay. I'd give it a shot. I'd try it. I could put it under
Yeah.
D. I'd try it. Nick's right. That dish looks interesting. All right, Mexican
Blue
fusion.
rice.
Mexican fusion's B. Here's the thing with Mexican fusion. All right, it's still Mexican food at the end of the day. So it's already going to be better than a lot of this other shit. All right, that's just being honest because Mexican food is the ultimate food. If you guys didn't know, but Mexican
I've been eating
fusion,
Mexican like the last like 3 days in a row. I've been eating tamales.
dude. Mexican fusion, like I've had some hit and misses with some Mexican fusion before, so I'm gonna go B. But like I said, it is Mexican food at the end of the day. Now Mexican food. I made chicken
Top of
tortilla
S.
soup the other day from scratch, and it was so fucking
Scratch.
bomb, dude. And that's soup, my friend. Don't let anyone ever tell you that Mexicans can't make soup, my friend, because they can, and that's why they
Put
are.
an S. Let's move on.
They're an S. What's the next one?
We have a shit ton more to go. Moroccan, never had it.
Never had it.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna get through all of this tonight. I think at some point we're just gonna be like,
I mean,
all
yeah,
right, we'll
we've
put a
hit
pin
2
in-
hours, so
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, we can save this and we can get back to the end of this because we do have fucking like 4 more lists to go.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's a good one to go out on. Mexican. I do
Yeah, we'll
think
go
it
out
is
on
because
Mexican.
again, it's like for me now doing gluten free, and then our friends who are vegetarian, like Mexican, kind of can cover almost any food restriction, and like you can still get a good meal. You can mix and match almost like fucking anything. Eat it anyway.
And they-
Nachos, burritos, tacos, just a plate. Like it's
and,
very, it's
and
so
desserts
incredibly
too. You got
versatile.
churros, flan. You know,
Choco
Yeah,
tacos.
Choco
yeah, I do
taco.
think so far hitting like the top of S is
Choco
extremely appropriate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to me, it's the ultimate food. Maybe.
Yeah, it's like you said. We did a chicken tortilla soup recently, and like, dude, that shit hits.
I don't know. That like the thing is too is I think they have Mex-Tex or New Mexican, which also is bomb. Like
They have a bunch. New Mexican. I don't know what New Mexican is. I don't like Tex-Mex really.
Oh, really?
That's like yeah. Tex-Mex is my least favorite. One thing I do like is though, like from Chevy's, their like sweet corn meal
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
that
yeah,
they
I
do.
that's
love that
Tex-Mex.
That's
shit.
good,
That's
but like
Tex-Mex.
And the one that they
I
used to
don't
be at El Torito. Yeah, dude.
New
I don't like
Mexican and
Tex-Mex like
Tex-Mex is kinda the-
enchiladas. Those are, yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
not into the shit that they
Well,
put
that goes-
inside of it.
That goes back to what or one of you guys said about like homemade or whatever. Like I don't know. I grew up with my mom making pretty bomb enchiladas, chicken enchiladas. She does a really good
Yeah.
job on red sauce. That like I've
I
never
really
liked-
like enchiladas, and I never order them. Yeah,
No,
like I just don't ever order them.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. We'll come back. We'll come back to this. I'd like to see what the difference between, if we could pull up a comparison or ask AI, the difference between Tex-Mex and New Mexican is, because I always thought that was the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
But we'll come back to that.
yeah.
Yeah, I bet if I had to guess, I bet Tex-Mex has more beef and burger. They're like Mexican burgers rather than. Yeah, we should do the A.
What's today's date?
What's that?
The 13th. Well, I guess we started this on the 12th.
Yeah, it's the 12th for us.
Living in the past.
Living on a prayer.
Hopefully that saves.
So yeah, kind of like what you said. Tex-Mex, usually beef, canned tomatoes, flour tortillas, yellow cheese, and then New Mexican is based on native ingredients like corns, beans, squash, and chiles.
Okay. I like both.
Tex-Mex usually features grilling or slow cooking beef. New Mexican include roasting.
Ooh.
All right. Well, let's call that an end of the show. We'll come back next week and talk more about the Tex-Mex versus New Mexico.
Kid cuisine. Versus
I know New Mexico, I think that's where they do the enchiladas with the 3 stripes, the red, green, and white or whatever, where they like, or Christmas, maybe it's just red and green. Whatever, dude. We'll talk about it next week. All right. Well, that was a great episode, man.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
Hold on, Nick, dude. We'll talk about it after the show. All right. We'll talk to you guys
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Peace to do.